is here. It's big. And it's closer than you think. It's not a tournament. It's what you don't see on TV. The cash is real. The stakes are high. They bet big. They win big. They lose big. High stakes live action poker. Live at the bike. Watch it live on the web or play it if you dare at the Bicycle Casino.
Hello and welcome to the Bicycle Casino. You are watching Live at the Bike, brought to you by Joker Gaming. I'm Nichoel Jurgens, and our special guest host tonight is Limon.
Just what Rick and Barstow was waiting for. Oh, can it get any worse? The pain.
If you have not met Limon before or have heard of him, you are in luck. It is going to be a really fun show. Let's get down to the table and meet our players. Like I said, or if I didn't, we are playing a 3-5 no limit hold'em game. This is a capped game. That means you can buy in for a minimum of 200 at a maximum of 500. So here are our players. This is Charlie in seat 1. She has 300 in front of her.
Are those real glasses, or are those like sexy glasses that you wear that don't actually do anything?
They're real / sexy. I think they're like a little bit real, mostly sexy.
They don't look like they're magnifying much.
They're just very thin, very.
She's German.
Oh.
And you can look at. I'm German too, so see, we have sort of like similar hairstyles.
That's funny. You know what? I'm German too.
Oh, there you go. We all got sort of frizzy hair.
There you go. Exactly. I do. That's why I have it in like a poof all the time. People are like, why do you wear your hair in a poof? I'm like, because that's all it does. So that's Charlie in seat 1. Seat 2 is Al. He has a little over 400 in front of him. Seat 3 is Josh.
Al looks a little like Abe Vigoda. Happy birthday to Abe Vigoda, 97th birthday. Does anybody know who Abe Vigoda was?
This name sounds familiar.
Fish on Barney Miller.
Shut up. But he's not still alive.
He's still alive. He's like 97 years old. That might be him in seat 2.
That might be Abe Vigoda in Incognito.
I know all Abes. Us Abes stick together. There's not many of us.
Yes. For those that don't know, Lyman's first name is Abe. Lyman's actually his last name, but we call him that. There's Josh in seat 3. He plays on this show quite often. He was actually in the booth with me for Poker Talk Live. If you're a subscriber, check it out not yesterday, but the Wednesday before. He gave a lot of his insight into how he plays and why, which is really great background on Josh as a player. Seat 4. Taking his hat off for everyone to see. This young kid here goes by Sticky Rice. Apparently, I'm going to let Abe give you the background because there is a background to this kid.
So this guy's name's Kai. I don't know a ton about him other than he's on a thing called Twitch, which I'm on as well. But he's a professional video gamer. I know that sounds impossible, but apparently it's true. And one night he decided to switch his video game stream over to him playing 1020 No Limit on Bovada, I believe, and he ran up like a $40,000 win, sort of, playing in an unorthodox way and saying a lot of unorthodox things and dancing and singing. He is a singer, dancer, and actress, by the way.
Actress.
Actor. So he's a triple threat. And so he ran his poker roll up from like one buy-in to 40,000, and then he ran it all the way to the ground.
And here he is. And
it's made him sort of like internet famous. The dweebs at 2+2 just love him, like all the dorks on News and gossip. I actually think he's like pretty good for poker, but the people, his like fanboys, are just the worst, the nut low.
And I'm not sure he was actually carded because he cannot be. If he's 21, he cannot be a day over 21.
Yeah,
because in LA you have to be 21, not 18, by the way, guys. So this isn't Vegas or Europe, So you're supposed to be 21. I don't know. He's pretty young. So we're going to, he has a lot of fans already in the live chat, so we're going to keep our eye on Sticky Rice.
He likes to do a lot of, like, crazy shit. I don't know if he's going to do it tonight because this might not be, he's usually in his bedroom with, like, his pillows and shit, a stuffed animal. I'm not joking.
How about when you do your Twitch? Is that where you are?
I keep my stuffed animals with me the whole time. So he might be, he's trying to learn chip tricks. This is awesome. Chip trick fail! Oh, that go sideways.
No.
He doesn't know. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, brother, that we have the camera and he's trying to lure tricks out. He's the next Antonio Esfandiari.
Oh, my. Okay, so
Okay, go to the next guy.
Okay, you have an idea of what we're in for here tonight, guys.
Go to the next
This
guy.
is Aaron in seat 5. Aaron has about 400 in front of him. By the way, Sticky Rice has about 500. Aaron has about 400. So we're definitely keeping our eye on Sticky Rice. We're going to hear more about this Twitch thing from Limon later on. In seat 6, this is JJ. He has a little over 500 in front of him. Again, we're playing a 3-5 blind game. In seat 7 is Scott. We know Scott. He often plays at this blind level. Yes, in this game. And he's always in seat 7. So if you happen to see a past show and are wondering where you recognize that face, it's from here. It's from seat 7 on this show. Seat 8 is Matt. Matt has about 500 in front of him. And Eric in seat 9 has about 450 in front of him.
Scott's gone to the Bart School of Fashion.
Which is the black shirt every day?
It's slimming, Scott. Don't worry. Is he even there? It's like a waif model.
So I want to hear actually about. So let's watch it. Let's watch this firsthand. Okay, let's get into the action. So there's on the button in seat 6 is JJ. He's going to play this hand up against Josh in seat 3. Josh raised pre-flop. JJ 3-bet pre-flop on the button with Ace Jack. Josh out-flopped him, and that's bad news for JJ. Looks like Josh led into JJ on the flop. Apparently, Josh check called on the flop. So, Josh raised pre, JJ 3-bet pre. Josh check called on the flop.
Turn went check, it looked like.
It did, and now Josh is going to bet out 100 on the river. And, give props to JJ for sniffing this out here. Usually people are just insta-throwing this in, especially against Josh, who has a really wide range quite often. JJ thought about it, and unfortunately he just, he minimized his loss there by checking behind on the turn, but did call off on that river. Can't blame him, but that is the first pot of the night. One goes to Josh.
It is still sort of a strange check behind on the turn. I mean, you fire your C-bet on the flop with 2 overs and a super dry board, and then you actually hit your ace on the turn and check behind. I just can't imagine that being. I mean, it worked in this hand, but I can't imagine it being profitable.
Well, and what was he thinking? Like, did he have some kind of instinct? Because Josh actually, I thought maybe Josh led into it, but actually Josh just check called the flop. Okay, so JJ continuation bet with ace high on the flop. Then an ace comes, and then he just checks behind.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, that's weird. Okay, why would you do that? But then he even thought about it when Josh bet into him on the river. Like, how do you know that? What kind of sense do you have that the hand went down that way?
Yeah, it's like on the turn, no matter, unless you're just, I'm sure he doesn't think he's beat. I mean, so on the turn, there's no hand that doesn't have equity if you give a free card. And if you're just paying off every river, which is apparently what he was doing there, I mean, are you inducing more bluffs than you are picking off? Are you inducing more bluffs by checking behind?
If that's the case, then why was he thinking about it? You think you just insta call, right? Like, now I'm going to get him to bet into me on the river, right?
It's not. I'm not a huge fan of that play, but whatever, worked out.
In this hand, Sticky Rice open limped. We've got one more limper behind him, and then up against the blinds 4-way action. Sticky Rice bet. It's weird. Do I really have to call him Sticky Rice all night? I apparently do, right?
You can call him Kai, I think.
Okay, Kai.
Sometimes people don't want to be called by their name, like Alex, that retard who goes by D'Antonio.
D'Antonio. D'Agostino.
D'Agostino or
whatever, yes.
Idiotic name. So some people don't want to be called by their real name.
Dark Kenny. What the hell? I can't even think of it now.
It's just unreal.
Anyways.
It's the dumbest thing in the history of the world.
Well, sometimes they're incognito.
So maybe this guy, Sticky Rice, wants to be called. Why does he have to have the 1 on there, though?
That's what I said.
Do you really need the 1?
Do I have to call him Sticky Rice 1?
I don't want to say the 1.
I don't want to say the 1.
I'm not going to say the 1.
Let's agree to not say the 1.
We're both done with the 1.
Buttons in seat 8 with Matt. 3 and 5 are the blinds. We have a limp under the gun from Al. Again, in this game, and especially with this hand, Al limps under the gun with ace-6 off. Not even close to a profitable play. As it is, he says, it gets around to the blinds. Well, now I don't want to play. Let's just all chop it up, guys. Even though I limped in here under the gun with a terrible hand, now I don't want to play because I was hoping like everybody limped in and I got all this value from my ace-6. Bad play. Any ace does not make a good hand. That's kind of a first lesson for those who are learning. And there are many people that are at this level learning. Just because you have an ace does not make your hand good. In fact, it's just kind of garbage, especially with ace-6 offsuit under the gun. And you say, well, why is that? Well, because the only people who are, other people who are going to play are actually huge aces. Ace-10 and up, and you're just severely dominated.
I think we should watch Sticky Rice's hat as the show moves on. It was straightforward, moved to sideways, now slightly backwards. I wonder if it's an accurate tell of how tilted he is. Like
we're on Sticky Rice hat watch.
Yeah, as the hat moves around his head. If it gets to straight backwards and he starts spazzing out, we're going to know.
Okay, so he makes a 15, opens for 15 with Jack 8 of
clubs. Yeah, look at the hat. I think I'm onto something.
Matt gets a 3-bet to 45 with ace-queen.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the sizing.
Yep.
3xing it.
Wow.
And Sticky Rice just playing a solid game, just letting it go.
I wonder why.
Solid let go. I don't know about the open raise, but solid let go.
I think that hat's going to turn a little bit more after that hand.
So tell us a little bit about Twitch, Limon, and do tell about how we can find you on there.
Well, Twitch is like it's like sort of like a YouTube thing, but it's live streaming. And it's mainly gamers, but poker has become a big deal on there recently.
Well, because poker's a game.
It's a game, and it's sort of played in you can play it online, so it looks a little bit like a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him. He's almost got the... Oh, so close. So close. So close.
Oh,
my God. When he finally gets that... Oh, it's going to be magic.
Take a picture. Are we ready to take a picture?
Nobody go away from this kid. This kid is amazing. That chip trick was so close. Okay, so anyway, you go. It's basically like live streaming shit, and it's gaming. So poker has like really gotten a big footprint on there. I'm trying to use the lingo that I get from Bart. And
so hold on a second. Pause there. A limp in from Sticky Rice, raise to 15 from Scott with 10 Jack of spades. Al, out of the small blind with ace-queen, just calls. Sticky Rice calls. 3-way action. Jack high flop over to the original raiser. He's going to put a continuation bet out with his top pair. Al coming along with 2 overs. And just like that, gets rewarded.
Now we'll see if Al actually bets his hand like the other guy just checked it through. Look at Al's like, what did you say?
He did check over to Scott, who puts another bet out. Yeah. Scott bets 50. Al's just going to call.
Oh, wow.
Looking pretty dapper while he does that. Oh, checking it again.
What do you think are the odds that Al uses Brill Cream?
And how about the 10 for 2 pair for Scott? Now, when my opponent calls me when that ace hits, if I'm Scott, I'm probably going to bet a little bit larger here, especially if my opponent, and you can see how quickly Al called. That bet was just too small, and not too small. I mean, it was an okay bet, but I think Scott could have got a lot more value from that. If you really thought through, Al's range and what's going on in this hand.
Al is mad as hell, man.
Look at him. Look at Al. Look at Al, Brian.
Al is hot. He's telling him you're a monkey.
Wait,
that's what he's telling him.
He's pointing. He's like, how did that guy win?
Al is hot.
How did that guy win? As it is, they pushed up the card to show Al. Yeah, in fact, Scott did get Jack 10.
The Brill Cream got heated up right there. Well, Al, you could have raised the turn, buddy.
He's pulling his glasses out. He wants to make sure he sees the next hand.
Oh, he wants his scan. There you go.
Okay, so Twitch. Continue.
You can go on there and open up your own channel or what have you, and start broadcasting. It has to be gaming related, I think, or you can be. I don't know. You'd have to sort of ask Bart.
Okay, okay, so you're on there, but Bart's in charge. Is what you're saying?
Well, I just do my thing. I don't really get in the
technical. Smoke a cigar.
Yes, I smoke cigars.
Chat with people.
Take live calls, and it's under the Crush Live Poker banner.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't really do like the technical part. I'm not getting under the hood.
Okay, so if you need more of Limon, you're gonna have to find the rest for yourself.
Just
but
go to Twitter.
We give you a little sniff
at Limon Poker. You'll learn everything there and things you don't want to know.
There, yeah.
Like the other day,
right.
Nichoel was giving us a treatise
No.
what?
Okay, Sticky Rice rated 30.
Wow. Struck a nerve.
No, I didn't, because you're going to say something that's not true.
Okay.
Sticky Rice raised
Might
out
be
of the
true.
big blind. He made it 30. So this was limped around to him, and he made it 30 out of the big blind and with Jack 9. Flop 9 high, luckily for him, and bets out and takes it.
He liked the Jack 9, Jack 8 hand so far. He's pretty happy about that one. That's going to keep the hat right where it is.
He's not going to move the hat yet. We'll see what we'll see what causes the hat to move around. It's definitely not a win. We see that. Going to gain our tells from Sticky Rice.
The first time he moved the hat was when he failed on his first chip trick. But now, I think he's getting he's getting loosened up. I like it. This guy's good for the game. I like him. He looks a little bit like Justin Timberlake. Right?
Yeah, he looks like a dancer, right?
Yeah,
That's what he looks like, an 18-year-old backup dancer.
I can see why he's got a big following.
He might be on J-Lo's crew, right? Or backup crew?
He's definitely in the sexy men of poker calendar. He's getting in there.
Sexy men of poker.
Bart's not getting in there.
Buttons in C3 with Josh. Raise in the cutoff from Al. Al makes it 20 with ace-king. Josh calls. Aaron calls. Scott's in there as well.
He needs a push. He was kidding when he said he's okay.
Action checks all around on the flop. 993 on the flop. Actually, just disregard that right there. The ace is on the turn. So 993 on the flop. Checks all around. Al, who raised with ace 10. Now is going to bet the turn when he hits his ace, and he's going to take it.
Uh-oh. The Sticky fanboys are mad at me in the chat. I knew the Sticky fanboys are going to be infuriated with me.
Yeah, the Sticky Rice fanboys do not love Limon. If you're wondering what we're talking about, if you happen to be watching this show live and you want to chat with us, sign in, create a free account, liveatthebike.com. And once you create that free account with your name and email address, then you can actually chat with us. So go ahead and do that. Log in, chat with us right now. If you have questions for Limon and or myself, we'd be happy to try and get to them. Otherwise, you can also chat with all the other. We have a number of chatters already in here. Hello, Heliocopter, Hero, Joey I Love You, Kai, Donkulator, Brian Ferris, AJD804, Eric Fan, Oscar Meyer Beaner. You can't even get to all the other names.
Have you ever had more chatters saying they love a player before?
Never had more chatters.
We've got like a real like what is that called? Like a boy band guy on our hands here. This is they might have to put up the velvet rope here in a second.
We have real number of fans here, and I can't forget our most loyal Nitty and Rick and Barstow and Fitness Ben. For everybody else that I missed, sorry, there's just 80 million people in our chat right now, but we love you all. We're glad you're here. We'll try to get your questions. There's just a lot going on in this chat room right now. Somebody, DDDD, says, why was the commentator laughing like that?
Sideshow Bob in the house.
That's how he laughs. Yep, that is how he laughs. And then somebody said that because he laughs like that because he's autistic.
Yeah, that could be true. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like two hats autistic.
Oh.
I'm sure I have my own mental problems.
Oh, gosh. Limp in from Scott. Raise from Matt to 20. Back to Scott. They're going to play heads up.
I am mesmerized by Sticky Rice trying to do chip tricks. I wish we could have a little fucking
we just
square.
Need well, we can. We can have camera on camera. We can picture in picture.
Up in the
just show Sticky Rice
of just
24/7.
Trying to
just put picture. Just try it one time, Brian. Let's just for the fans.
90% of the people in the chat are here to watch this guy. So we should have like a little camera showing him try and do chip tricks the whole time.
Matt made a continuation bet on the flop. Scott came along with his deuce. Now, in this situation, I would not continue on here if I were Matt. If my opponent called on an 8-4 deuce flop and an 8 turns, it's tough for me to think of a range of hands that now I can get my opponent to fold at this point. Unless I'm really going to going to push him hard, which this bet is not doing. 50 is not pushing him hard. I mean, if you really want to try and get him off this hand, you're going to have to put like a pot-sized bet almost. So you have to consider, what's it going to take to get your opponent off? You really have to show huge strength. Otherwise, I definitely would not bet that turn. Since your opponent called the flop, that nothing changed on the turn, he's going to come along. And as you can see, Scott definitely would have come along anyways. He picked up the nut flush draw with his deuce. And unfortunately for Matt, he just got sucked out on. But I think for Matt, I don't mind a continuation bet. When my opponent calls, then I'm going to shut down on the turn. If I so feel it or so think that since my opponent checked me twice, now it gets to the river. If I think I can possibly steal it at that point, maybe the river is a time to try to put a nice size bet. I can't promise you that it'll work, but I would try it more so on the river than on the turn. That's for sure.
Yeah, solid analysis.
Button over in seat 5 with Aaron. 3 and 5 are the blinds. So let's just try it really quick. Brian, picture in picture. Let's see Sticky Rice. Let's see what Sticky Rice is doing. I mean, he's got a lot of fans.
Oh, the hat's back to straight, too. Hat watch.
Oh,
Hat watch
my
2015.
gosh, we missed it.
Hat watch 2015. The hat is straight forward. Oh, we got to correlate that to his actions. Oh, he just folded, I think. It means he's just chilling. He's just chilling. Nothing crazy happening. Hat straight forward. Hat watch 2015.
Sticky Rice hat watch. It's back to forward.
The world is good.
Josh and Aaron playing this hand heads up. Josh bets 20 on the flop. Aaron flops 2 pair. Josh with jack high, and this is just an easy time. Once he puts the continuation bet out and gets called with his jack high, it's just time to shut down. And he does. He checks. Luckily for him, Aaron, who has about 300 behind, was praying he bet.
Easy enough.
Nope. We have Brian Murphy in our chat said, and I missed it and it's gone away now. Would have loved you, Lyman, to commentate on that hand. We had a 25-50 game on Tuesday of this week. So if you are a subscriber to Live at the Bike, go back and check out Tuesday's game. It was actually additional hours. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 hours. At any rate, it was a longer show, and it was chock full of action. And in one instance, a player who, D'Antonio or whatever, Alex, who was actually very tight,
right,
made a crazy play and just called off with queen high against Barry Woods, who's actually not very tight. So Brian Murphy is saying he would have loved if you had commentated on that hand and was wondering what you thought about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just from that story, I have no idea. But, I mean, I assume it was great.
Did you not hear? Oh, by the way, he called off like 10,000.
And was he right?
No.
Oh. Damn.
No. Apparently it was a king high. So in this hand, someone limps. Josh is going to raise, but let's go really quickly over that. So apparently this was, both players were 12,000 deep. Barry Woods has ace king with ace of hearts. D'Antonia has.
I just say Alex. I can't.
Alex. Okay. Alex has queen jack with the queen of hearts. Flops comes out. King 10 reg all hearts.
Ooh.
So Barry Woods has ace king with ace of hearts. Mm-hmm. He has open-handed with a queen of hearts. And anyways, he gets a bet raise shove from Barry Woods on the flop, and then Alex calls off like 10 grand
on the
queen
flop.
Jack. Yeah.
Oh, so you see, us had an open-ender.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't shove. He called.
I feel sorry for Alex's backers.
Do you think they saw it?
I think they probably did. I think he min-buyed into my game tonight, so they probably pulled the plug.
Yeah, they're like, yeah. So, yeah, that was a very big game. For those that are not subscribers, you're probably going to want to subscribe now. I do believe you get like 10 days or something free for that game alone is probably like worth it. No more free? Oh, well, then you guys missed out because we were given like 10 days free, so you missed it. You snooze, you lose. Anyways, it's $9.95. If you don't have $9.95, well, then you're in trouble. So get on it, pay $10, and watch Tuesday's show. Not only entertaining, but lots of stuff to learn. 4 hours, I'm hearing. Not even 3, 4 hours.
Somebody did tell me that Barry Woods was the big winner in that game.
He was, apparently.
Which is good.
It's very
It's
good.
very good.
He's going to be back.
It's amazing. If I could pick a guy to win, it would be
well, you know who was the second biggest winner?
Who?
Josh.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Could you pick a second big winner? Who would it be?
Better than Barry Woods?
No, who would the second big winner after Barry Woods?
Well, I mean,
It would be Josh.
I guess so.
I mean, and it was. So there you go. Not this Josh, by the way. It's a different Josh that we're talking about. Josh raised this pre-flop with ace-8 of clubs, 2 callers. Now, Josh flops top pair, but Scott, who called with pocket eights, has flop top set. So Josh leads out, continuation bet of 30. A little bit of a click back, a little more than min raise from Scott. I like it.
Can we see what the German girl's typing on her phone? I want to read it in a German accent.
It's a big enough phone, you could definitely do it.
She's certainly not playing any hands, so I want to see what she's typing. She's typing, how do you say this Kai guy is so cute in German? She's so fucking cute. I came all the way from Germany to see him. His hat is so straight. His chip tricks are so on point. What?
100 is a bet from Scott on the turn. And he's just stringing Josh
But I said
along.
his hat is so straight. I didn't say, what are you talking about, Lizette? You're a sick puppy. That's not racist. I'm white and German. That's not racist. If you want to see racist, I'll do an accent for seat. I'm not even going to say the seat number.
Well, all they have to do is look at the table.
Behave.
So 100 from Scott. Now, Josh is going to come along, and this is hard for Josh because Scott and Josh are quite active, and they know each other quite well. So they have a lot of history, both of which play a lot of hands. So, unfortunately for Josh, he got himself stuck in here. He raised pre-flop. He bet the flop. Scott min-raised him. The thing that I would suggest to Josh is when somebody is clicked back into that min-re-raise, it really purports strength. It's a great play to kind of build a pot.
Right.
But if you're paying attention, that kind of play really does, it says that your opponent has a huge hand. Not only that, but let's say your opponent only had hearts.
Right.
What rolls off on the turn? Heart.
Yeah.
So now there's not really a lot more you can beat that your opponent is continuing to fire. If your opponent fires one more time, so he bets, he min raises you on the flop. He bets on the turn. And if he fires again here on the river, I think Josh can safely fold his hand. There's not really anything he can beat unless it's a bluff. So he has to decide, is this a bluff or is this it? And let it go.
I can give out a little tip here about min raises.
Please.
I hate to do this.
You don't want to give away your plane.
Yeah, but I'll give a little tip about. This is an interesting hand though. I mean, because the way that Scott, if you were watching the way that Scott behaved before he made this bet, it was very interesting. If the people at the table are paying attention to like when he put his glasses down and what he did before he put his glasses down, it could pay dividends later on. I mean, this is just the type of stuff that I pay attention to. And then we know now that he has pretty much the nuts. So. I'm not saying that he had a tell. I'm saying that you could correlate this information later in the session.
Yeah, and think about it. Think about what does that mean?
Because he was very outgoing with the way he did everything. This would be an easy thing to remember if you played against Scott a lot. When Scott watches this later, I would think that like if he plays with a regular group at his local casino, that he might want to watch this a little. Being so gregarious in a situation like this, unless he can't be giving a reverse tell because he's never played with these people before.
And unfortunately for Josh, I think he's just going to level himself into calling here. And the thing is, Josh plays so many hands, so he thinks people are playing back at him. But this hand was really played textbook, like super strength.
Yeah, it's sticky right. Oh, he's messing with his hat. He knows. He looked up at the camera. He knows I'm fucking with him. He turned his hat around on purpose.
It's been 10 minutes. We do have a 10-minute delay, so I'm sure he's heard from his friends.
Oh,
at
he's
this point.
cracking up. Oh, Sticky Rice is a nice guy. I think he's a pretty cool kid. I mean,
He has
I
a
don't
nice
know,
smile, although
I
I'll give
don't
him
know
that.
like what sort of fucked up stuff he does in his normal life, but he seems to be like he seems to like the joke. And when you watch him on his little Twitch thing, he likes to have a good time. I can see why people like to watch him, even though his fanboys are just the biggest tools ever, like just douche-tastic tools.
He's cool. His fanboys are not.
His
what you're
fanboys
saying.
are the worst.
This
He
is-
seems like a nice guy, but his fanboys are just the
Oh,
worst.
there goes the hat again.
The hat's just moving everywhere now. He's nervous.
Josh does call. I had a feeling he's going to level himself into calling that in, and it's. I guess you think about it, you're really at this point, as so often happens when you get a hand in this situation where it's bet purporting just strength, like Scott was. When your head's up against that person on the river, it's very polarized. It's really it's either a bluff or it's it, and you have to decide. And so basically, Josh is he's not even deciding what range of hands Scott has. All he's deciding, is Scott bluffing here, and what's the percentage of times that he's bluffing? I don't know if it's worth it in that situation to call off 300. I would say no, but
Right.
Josh decided to, and he lost that hand.
This is actually like a lot of people say, like, why should I play on Live at the Bike? I mean, even I say that sometimes. But the truth is, if you've never played on a show like Live at the Bike, getting to see the fact that you have like these little nervous tics that betray you is very important. I think that Scott, with the glasses on, glasses off, glasses on, glasses off, if he's not balancing that behavior. Oh no! Now the Sticky Rice guy's showing a shirt with the F word on it. This is going to get really good.
Uh-oh.
If you're not, it will betray you. Oh Jesus! He's here to fuck shit up.
Can we have the Sticky Rice cam? I mean, can we not have it?
But Sticky Rice Kid, really, if you're actually here to
Oh,
fuck shit up,
that's why. He's getting a massage.
you wouldn't wear a shirt that says "I'm here to fuck shit up." You just do it. The guy most likely here to fuck shit up is Seat 2, Abe Vigoda. I mean, because he don't got to say nothing. When the Brill cream comes off, you're going down. He, like, when that one guy made the bad call, he pointed, like, right in his face. And it wasn't no, like, I'm moving my hat backwards shit. It's like, we're going to throw down, buddy.
He's like, I got that hand. No, you didn't. He got too fair. JJ raised this to 17 pre-flop. I guess they can do that in this game because small blind is 3. I always hate when they use those random dollars, but he did with pocket 3s. He's going to put a continuation bet out of 35. Matt with the sneaky double gutter is going to call. Over to Charlie. She has her own double gutter. I'm not double gutter, excuse me, your own gutter. Folds all the way around their heads up. 3s are actually ahead to the turn. Nine on the turn. JJ first act, who was a pre-flop raiser. He decides to check, and Matt is taking the opportunity. I like the plan that he has for this hand. And at this point, it seems like JJ gave up his lead.
Can one of the chat trolls change their name to I Heart Sticky in Barstow?
I heard Sticky and Barstow.
I know. So if ILCD's on there, he'll change it right now to I Heart Sticky in Barstow. Or Poker Mentor. Hey, Poker Mentor, change your trolling fucking name to I Heart Sticky in Barstow. So anyway, I was gonna give a little thing earlier, and I'll give it. Okay, when somebody min raises you, they're either trying to get like super thin value or they have the nuts.
Exactly.
So
Thank you.
they will betray the strength of their hand on the next street. because if they're trying to get thin value, they'll bet small again. But if they have the nuts, they'll get scared that now you picked up a draw and they'll bomb it.
Yeah.
So whenever somebody min-raises you, you just call them min-raise, and if they bet small again, you just bomb them in. And unless, of course, they could have flopped quads or something. And if they bomb it, then you just fold. Because they will always betray the strength of their hand on the next street. Not depending on flop texture, blah, blah, blah. But
everything depends, but yes, we got it.
But that's, in general, that's the truth, and it's worked for me for a long, long time. A lot of people getting on my man Kai for having his rack on the table, but I don't understand why people are so mad about that.
I don't know why people care, honestly. I don't think it's a big deal. I'm not sure. I guess in many casinos, it is a rule. You can't have racks, and people are worried, you're going to have things hidden under the rack.
That's just such nonsense.
But here's the thing. Number one, in this specific casino, you can have a rack on the table. And
I always have a rack on the table.
Yeah, number
100%
two,
of the time.
if it so happens that you get in a hand with somebody, and all of a sudden you lift up your rack and you're like, oh, by the way, I am this behind. Well, no, that's not gonna play. I mean, so
I literally
you
have
don't
a
have
rack
to worry
on the
about
table 100% of the time. Like, you can remember the one time, well, I was on Live Bike twice, but once was way old one. But the last time I was on there, I had a rack of $1,000 chips on the table. I always have my chips in a rack. It's just the way
that you play.
I've always played. I don't understand what the problem is, and I have a reason for it. When I used to play regularly...
But wait, hold on. I want to hear this reason, okay? Aaron's going to make this 25 in early position. So Sticky limped, Aaron raised, Matt called, Josh called over to Sticky Rice, who's now getting a massage.
You know the Sticky Rice fangirls are getting so jealous right now. Why does he have to pay for a massage? He should have brought one of his girls in with him.
Is he at least getting the best massage girl? Let's see.
Yeah, no, he didn't get the best one. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know any better. He did fold his hand.
He should have had I Heart Sticky Rice from Barstow come in and massage him for free.
So he actually folded his hand because he's getting a massage, probably. I think he had King 9, if I remember right, and he would have won. As it is, Aaron, who has pocket threes, continuation bets up 50. Matt calls it. Now, Aaron's not slowing down. He's deciding that Matt, I assume he's deciding that Matt's on some kind of draw, and he's going to force the issue. And it's going to work. Matt with pocket eights can't face the heat, and he gets out of the kitchen. And what were you saying now? Continue on.
Oh, about rack? Because
Yes.
when I used to
About
play
racks.
regularly every day at the Commerce, I shouldn't say that, should I?
No.
No.
Yeah, we play regular every day in L.A.
No, but I used to. I don't anymore because it was horrible.
Yeah, there you go.
There was
okay.
just so many
That's
tables
okay.
running. It was horrible. Which one do you play at? It's
That's
the worst.
awful. That's awful.
It's awful.
Don't play there.
Way too many tables going. Yeah. So anyway, when I I just want to make this. Anyway, when I used to play there, there'd be like in the 10-20 section, there'd be like 6 or 8 10-20s going. In the 5-10 section, there may be 8 or 9. This is the poker boom, right? Tons of tables going, and it's not like that anymore. It's a ghost town now. And I would tip the floor man for table changes.
Okay.
And so when my table came up so that I could just, have a little, they could massage the table change just a little, I could just jump exactly into the table I wanted, like directly to the left of Sticky Rice or whatever. And you're not going to do that if you spend 15 minutes fucking racking chips.
Right.
You have
So
to
you
have
just had a rack.
I would have my chips in the rack, and I'd have them mostly large denomination so that I could just get up and move, bam, get up and move, bam, get up and move. And I mean, that probably made me $30, $40 a day, and I'm playing full time. It's thousands of dollars a year.
Yep.
So playing out of the rack is something I always did and still always do just out of habit.
It is, however, usually a sign of a better player.
Probably.
Usually.
I don't know. I don't think anyone ever thought I could play. I think people still don't think I can play. Some of them are right.
By the way, Kai McMinn, which is Sticky Rice, I see him on Twitter. He has almost 9,000 followers.
I would have guessed higher, actually. I would have guessed
8,877.
If you would have given me the over-under at 9,000, I would have said over and probably bet $500 on it. So get to work, kid.
L raises in the cutoff with ace-8. Josh looks him up on the button. Again, I talked about this with Josh last Wednesday in our Poker Talk Live. It works out for him, obviously, because he hit his 10, and so now he's going to take down this pot with 10-8. But if he's going to play this hand, a suggestion for Josh, 3-bet preflop. Why not? You have position. You're against a player who you know is never, ever going to 4-bet you unless the guy has aces. I would be 3-betting him all day long if you're going to play that kind of hand in that position. Something that, the reason why Josh said he does it, he's like, well, I can just come in for cheap and try to win the hand because I have position. But yeah, you can still come in for cheap and still win a better hand in position. Right. It just makes a lot more sense. And as you move up in ranks, when eventually you're playing 10-20 like Sticky Rice, everybody is raising in position, 3-betting in position constantly because that position is just so key.
And that's what the supercomputer said too, the one that solved Limit Hold'em. It actually proved the exact value of the button is very high.
Yeah, it's huge. It is really huge.
Which we all knew instinctively, but it was sort of cool to see it out there.
Raise in early position from Scott with pocket sixes, 2 callers, 3-way action. Al and Josh. Josh flops top pair, Scott's going to continue Asian bet into the field. I don't generally, with underpair on like a queen, jack, 2 flush board, I generally would not put continuation bet into 2 people, 2 opponents, specifically because there's just way too many draws, way too many cards for them to come along with. And now what? So, it didn't work. You're like, oh, crap, it didn't work. And even if they did have a draw, now you're giving up your lead, which means they can take it away from you anyways after you already lost that continuation bet. I would actually just have given up on the flop. And if I was behind and he had diamonds, so be it. As it is, now Scott does check the turn. Josh bets, and he's going to take it.
Has seat 1 or 9 played a single hand?
Charlie and Eric, have not played a hand yet.
Jesus Christ. C9 played 1. Seat 1's played 0. We don't care what happened before it was on the air. Before it was on the air, it didn't happen. Anything that doesn't happen on camera just didn't happen in my world. It doesn't exist. She makes me not want to go to Germany. I do not want to play poker in Germany. They'll be like, oh, he played 3 hands the last hour. Loose fish. Barry Woods of Germany.
Her VPIP is 5-0.
Yeah.
And we haven't really been paying attention to her hands either.
No.
It could be that, and we played probably about a total of 30 hands.
That's true.
So she could literally have had no hands so far.
That's true. That is true. Lizette says she folded a double gutter. Oh, gutter. Oh.
She thought about it. I do remember that. She had 6-7. She thought about it with a gutter and she folded. So again,
stacks aren't deep enough in this game to play gutters.
No.
Nothing to think about.
They're really not even deep enough to be playing suited connectors, quite honestly, unless you're given a lot of value in position. And I know people will be like, what?
When the stacks
I shouldn't be playing what? I shouldn't be playing 6-7 suited?
Not that it matters,
not
but
really.
Food for thought. When stacks get really deep, raising with gutters is amazing play. I'm just going to leave it at that.
We'll leave you with a little tingle of...
It's just food for thought. It's just food for thought.
You'll have to find Limon on Twitter if you want more.
Exactly.
Raise from Josh to 15 with 5-6. This is, again, a 3-5 blind game, capped at $500 buy-in. 4-way action in this hand. Josh was a pre-flop raiser. He flops a gutter, speaking of. And he's going to put a bet out. He makes it 20 over to Matt, who flops top pair with king, queen. Al with second pair. Both going to call. Third diamond might slow everybody down. Open-ended now for Josh. Checks 2 to the river. Al gets there. Ashley the Grinder in our live chat says, I'm a 23-year-old waitress down on her luck. Anyone want to stake me?
Don't say that in public.
Oh, my. So if you're not in our live chat, sign up.
Look around for guys in black T-shirts, Ashley. Might run good for you.
And you can see here, I want you to pay attention to hear what happened with Al and why I say Josh should be 3-betting every single time. Al hit trips on this river. Matt bet out. So now Matt decides to donk lead in win the 7 pairs on this river after a third diamond came off on the turn. Everyone checked, and now a 7 came. Now Matt decides to get wild with his queen, or not wild, but just bet it. And in this case, Al, who hit trips, which is probably the best hand considering everybody checked around on the turn, he just calls.
Right.
So when you see this, which everyone did, he had a table to hand, and you're Josh, you're sitting right to his left. Every time this guy opens in position and I have the button, 3-bet. If I'm playing this hand, 3-bet, 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 3-bet.
There you go. That's what paying attention will get you.
Button's now in seat 7 with Scott. Here comes your man.
Here he comes. You know, his fan douches have destroyed the show, though, because they told him about the hat and the chip tricks. He's not doing it anymore. Now he's trying to act normal.
30 is his raise. Call from JJ with ace queen.
It's better when we were a little spy in the sky.
Oh, my.
Who said that? Oh, God. Give me a break.
Continuation bet from Sticky Rice. Unfortunately for him, JJ has the ace. 40 is the bet. Over to JJ.
Wondering why JJ didn't 3-bet ace queen suited. I mean, we've seen the Sticky Rice. He's got a VPIP of like 35 or something at least.
33-9 is what he's playing.
And it was a lot of like Jack 8, Jack 9. I guess maybe he hasn't showed many down. Maybe but still. I'm 3-betting there all day. He's a young enough guy. He's got to know the kid's rep. Online, he plays all his hands.
And not only that, even if that's the case, let's talk about position. JJ is in the cutoff. Mm-hmm. It's a great spot to 3-bet ace queen. And Sticky Rice is not giving up. He's turned a flush draw, so now he's going to continue with the power. And now JJ's going to level himself out of this hand. No, luckily for him, he does call.
I think he might have been thinking more about a raise than a fold. I mean, he can't. I mean, he just can't be thinking about a fold here. If you slow play the ace queen now against a guy with a wide range, I mean, at this point, you're loaded for bear.
Now your opponent has called and called. You hit a king on the river. This is a great time to check.
He moved all in.
But Sticky Rice is all in. Now, JJ only has 100 and something behind. He has like 200 behind. We have him at 100, but he really has about less than 200 behind.
The only reason that the JJ guy is thinking about this at all is because it's Sticky Rice, and he doesn't want to be the first guy felted by Sticky Rice. Because this is the biggest no-brainer in the history. There we go. Get it in there, kid. Yeah, it's like, what are you waiting for?
And just like that, it worked out for JJ, not 3-betting.
Yeah. The massage is tilting me so hard right now because we'd get serious hat movement right here.
We're going to go to a quick commercial. We'll be right back.
So we have a comment in the chat. I think Josh would play 8 7s and 6s the same way. I don't know if Josh just raises pocket 6s, pocket 7s, and pocket 8s to a C-bet with 2 players behind him and then bets 125 on the turn. I just don't think Josh does that. I think once he gets flatted on the flop, he kind of just shuts down if he decides to raise it on the flop. I agree that he may raise those hands on the flop, which is why I don't mind Robert's PO on the flop. But once Josh bets the turn, I'm folding. I don't.
Welcome back. We are playing 3-5 No Limit Hold'em here on Live at the Bike. I'm Nichoel Jurgens. Abe Limon, my special guest host, tonight with me in the booth.
Yeah, what a great show, man.
It is. It's a very great game. We've got a lot going on so far. Lots of action. A lot of people in our live chat watching Seat 4. Goes by Sticky Rice on his gaming channel Twitch.
I think we're underestimating the amount of people that tuned in for Seat 2. Abe Vigoda, big following. Sponsored by Brill Cream. And he'll get in your face. That's who I'm here for,
The
personally.
finger will go in the face.
If you tuned in to watch The German Girl, you're basically watching a statue. Not a lot of fun for you.
Oh, we've got a lot of people chiming in on the. Chris on our Twitter says we need Sticky Rice versus 2 hats.
Oh, that'd be great.
Aaron and Scott going to play this hand. Aaron with open-ended on a paired board, though. Not one I'm normally going to give too much action with. He decides to call on the turn. Ace on the river gives Scott full house. Ben on Twitter, Ben Bird NYC on our Twitter says you guys should record Lyman's laugh so it can be randomly sounded off when he's not in the booth.
Yes, absolutely. That's a good idea.
We need a Lyman laugh.
Yeah,
we should when you push the button and we can just hear it.
We should be able to pipe that throughout the casino. Just do one straight into Evelyn's office.
Susie's Bad on Twitter says enjoying the broadcast already. So much fun. The Hammer says doing poker strat on a Live at the Bike only takes some Sticky Rice. Laugh a lad at Lyman Poker doing poker strat on Live at the Bike. Only takes some
Yes. Yes, she just has to hashtag something 100% of the time. I'm like, there's no hashtag.
50 from Aaron. This is a straddled pop, but this is still a sizable raise in this game. And you can see how, what you always want to ask yourself when you're betting is, am I getting worse to call and better to fold? And you can see in this situation, Aaron's raise was just too high because Josh would come along with ace-10 normally. Had Aaron sized it a little bit smaller, but Josh just easily gives it up at that price point, and Aaron just lost value there.
You could also add to that getting the player to fold their equity. I know I'm being a nit.
I like it. I like it.
PLO players know about that.
Looks like we're continuing with the straddle, so it's 10 to call. Sticky Rice bought back in for 500. Eric's going to open the action to 30. So here you go. Here's a good opener. Not 50, 30. 3x. Sticky Rice with no hat.
He's already baller status, though. He knows to get the massage at the table. He's been watching Phil Ivey videos.
Oh, he actually raised to 35. Excuse me. Josh called. Poopy Bottom on the live chat says, I bet Limon is the coolest and funniest guy at the asylum.
Thank you, Poopy Bottom.
Continuation bet from what? Well, we had Eric is playing that hand. That wasn't Eric. That was Matt.
With every hand.
So we don't even know what Matt had because that was wrong. That was Josh and Matt.
Every single hand that goes by, Charlie, the German girl's VPIP goes down. She's down to 4 now. Pretty soon she'll be down to a number that I can count to in German. It's like eins, weins, drei. Is that it, right? Once she gets down to a VPIP of 3, I'll be able to count her VPIP in German.
But I tell you what, she looks good while she's folding.
Oh, she's nice. Anybody would want her at the table, but I mean.
Well, of course. Look at the rest of this table. You got to look at these guys, or you can look at her. What do you want to look at?
I mean, she basically doesn't really have to show up. She could just put a cardboard cutout of herself there and go do something more fun, like shopping.
Shopping blows. Girls these days don't shop. You just showed your age.
That's true.
You know that?
That's true. I bet that Sticky Rice does more shopping than Charlie.
I bet you're absolutely okay. Now you're talking. Limp on the button from Al. Al decided to open limp with 7-9. Josh with pocket 8s raises out of the small blind. He makes it 50. Sticky Rice with king queen going to come along.
Us here can't get on poker.
Yeah, I know that. So.
Yeah, thanks for.
Yeah. Hey.
And they're heads up. Josh and Sticky Rice. 8s versus king queen.
I mean, Adelson's trying to kill it, but I think California will have it this year. During 2015, I think
If we get it, though, I think it's only going to be California.
Yeah.
It'll only be California players.
And then it's going to be California and Nevada. We'll have an intrastate.
Josh, the pre-flop raiser. Puts the continuation bet out. Makes it 55.
No, the ace is on the flop. But it was ace 9-6, right?
For the poker room?
I would have never played in poker room if it wasn't for online.
I almost the same hand, but serious.
Online
To
gives
learn
people
the game,
confidence to learn.
you know,
And not get
it
yelled
let me
at.
learn the game.
You better play good enough.
Brian Creighton on our live chat says, I'm a 13-year-old Sticky Rice subscriber. Can anyone want to stake me? So, yeah, you kind of...
Yeah, I think that's pretty representative. That's what we're dealing with tonight, Evelyn. Don't get on my case.
Oh, my. Button over in seat 3 with Josh. Straddle continues. Oftentimes the table will say, you know, everybody will agree to straddle one round. It looks like that's what they're going to do.
You know, I'm not 100% behind the, like, making, like, somebody will always say, like, hey, bros, let's do a round of straddles, guys. And they try and put pressure on people that maybe don't want to straddle.
Which often happens.
Yes.
Probably every time, actually.
And it's sort of I feel like it's sort of a jerky move. If you're really that badass, just fucking straddle.
I know. Why can't they do it without anybody else? I don't understand.
You need a group. Yeah. Why do you need a group?
And, of course, I'm never rocking the boat because I'm the nitty McNitty on there. So I'm always like, sure, whatever. But I think the same thing. Like, why do you need me to do it?
Yeah, why do
you
I
can't
gotta
do it?
Yeah, if you're that gung-ho, just straddle. That's what I like about guys like Harry. Harry just fucking throws in 50. He doesn't say, hey, does everybody want a round of straddles? He says, I'm straddling 50. Anybody got a problem with that?
Every hand.
Yeah, every hand. That's the way you do it, kids. You don't ask for a round of straddles. That's like a douche-tastic move. The way you do it is you just throw the straddle in and say, hey, let's gamble. That's the way you do it. I don't like the putting pressure. The poor girl in seat 1's going to have a goddamn heart attack to do a round of straddles. She's going to fall out of her seat, and she doesn't deserve to have that pressure put on her either.
She doesn't deserve to have to straddle.
No.
She was playing a 3. Her pre-pip
went down to 3.
3-0.
It went down to 3.
Poor Charlie.
My
Poor
V-pip, my V-pip.
Somebody, whatever he said. Whatever he said.
I know, I'm German. I know a little bit of German.
He's German, folks, so it's okay.
Rein, V-pip, rein.
Raise from Josh. He makes it 25. Straddle from Scott. He's going to call. Oh, excuse me. Eric makes it 25. Excuse me. Josh calls. Scott out of the straddle decides to come along. He shakes his head like, I guess. 10-10-7 on this board. Eric almost pulled the trigger. Decides to check it over to Josh, who has open-ended.
You know how you guys always do these like special live at the bikes, like you have the 2550 and sometimes you have this or that. You should have a live at the bike of just German girls.
Oh, Lizette, can you do that?
VPIP 3 all the way around.
But wait, can they be topless?
No.
No? Oh.
No. We just want to see like
You just want to watch them not play.
as soon as someone plays a hand, like balloons drop from the ceiling. Be great for the rake. It just drop. Everybody's stacked down the drain, waiting for them to play a hand.
By the way, like Limon and I are probably tighter than her, so just
I am a very
so you know, it's okay to it's okay if we make fun of her because we're making fun of ourselves.
She's having a good time. It's all right. Sometimes you're just card dead. Everyone knows that.
Button in seat 5 with Aaron. Straddle in seat 8 continues 10 to call. There's a lot of, you can tell the age of our live chatters. There's a lot of like boob and poopy and
And they have I love sticky rice and I
love
heart
sticky
rice.
rice and boobs.
How disappointed was the person who went in to put in I love sticky rice and it was already
like
taken?
taken, dang. I love sticky rice, exclamation point.
Yes,
Taken.
taken.
Dang.
Arrgh.
Josh going to raise this up. I like it. Using his position. If you're going to play Jack 6 of spades, I wouldn't suggest it, but if you are, absolutely raise it. Use your position. Button now in seat 6 with JJ. Sticky Rice hat is back on, by the way. You're
There
following
it is.
along with
Okay,
Hat Watch.
Now, straightforward, very nice. Oh, but he's still getting the massage. He's not going to mess with it while he's getting a massage.
Straddle
strudel.
continues.
Some
10 to
people
call.
hate it when you say strudel, but I always say strudel just to annoy the shit out of everybody.
Heinz Wein Strudel.
Fried strudel. And then she's texting her boyfriend. They are strudeling here. What do I do? What do I do with this strudel? We didn't say she wasn't cute, Lizette. We're just having a good time.
42 is a raise.
Yes.
So Aaron limped in late position, and JJ's like, Makes it 42. I like it. And he's going to take it.
Okay, when it's her strudel right now. Is she gonna strudel?
Let's see.
Oh,
But you see how she put it in? She did not want to do it.
oh, she did not like the strudel. Oh, she didn't even put in the other.
She put in 5, and she was like, are you
She put in
kidding? You
one
have to
chip
put in
and
10?
Now they're telling her that it's 2 chips. She's so mad. It's a strudel. It's last round of strudel.
She said this is 3-5, right?
Yeah, she's mad.
like,
She
what
is
the-
infuriated.
WTF.
She's still talking about the strudel. The strudel's sending her over the edge.
But tell you what, we should just have, we should have a picture-in-picture of, Hat Watch going on with
Hat
Sticky
Watch
Rice.
2015.
But then we also need picture-in-picture of Charlie.
Yes.
Because we need something to beautify this table,
Yes.
So we have 2 picture-in-pictures, we're good.
There we go. I like it.
So Charlie straddled, right away. Josh raises. She's
Yeah.
like, F you. I
What
hate
does she
this."
have?
We don't know yet.
Oh.
Matt calls. Oh, wait, no. Go back to Aaron. Aaron calls. Yes, got it. Thank you. Sorry, missed that. Uh-oh. Matt's going to 3-bet, and Josh is going to lick his chops.
I wanted her to defend the strudel. There she goes.
We didn't even see what she had. Oh, 3-8
Whatever
suited.
she had, it hurt.
She's
bad.
like, damn it, that was like 8% of my stack.
Yes. After this round, I think her V-pip drops to 2. Yeah. Tell Evelyn how mad is she at me now that the kid has on a bright yellow and red shirt that says I'm here to fuck shit up. How bad am I? And I'm the asshole. I'm the fucking asshole. Say hello to the bad guy. I'm the bad guy.
Can you ever put him in picture when this is going on? I mean, come on.
Oh, the people at home can't see his shirt?
The people need to know you.
Oh, me. Oh.
I mean, can you show them sometimes? Like, give them a little piece of this. As it is, Josh decides to go for the shove. He's going for the over shove. Hoping, I assume he's hoping to make this look like bluffy and get Aaron to call off. I mean, get Matt to call off. Aaron's considering, by the way, with pocket deuces. Aaron, who has 300 some behind.
Yeah, that's what is he even thinking about. I mean, this was a multi-way pot. People are not out of line. This is quick, easy decisions. When you're playing low-stakes poker in a multi-way pot, people can just turn their hands face up. I mean, I know in Live at the Bike, people are going to try and make a move so they can watch themselves later on the old
But
book.
Really, actually. People think that.
Right, but they don't actually.
Oh, way less often than you would actually think. And I don't really, I mean, I rarely, and I think it just mirrors real poker.
Right.
Way less often than you think are people actually bluffing.
Right.
Like, you know, when you get in a hand and you're always like, oh, shit, this guy bluffing me, you know?
Right.
Really, like, about 1% of the time, they're bluffing. You know, I mean, when you get into big situations like that. And it's the same on Live at the Bike. It's the same.
You know who's figured that out is Bart. Because when Bart plays on Live at the Bike, he just plays everybody like their cards are face up, and then he's just like, fold, call, bet.
If you're not sure who he's talking about Bart Hansen, who's also a Live at the Bike commentator and owns Crush Live Poker, which yes. Limon has a podcast on. So you can also check him out and get a little background on Bart.
He never levels himself because he's seen so many hours of the show. He never levels himself at all on the show. He just like plays his hands just fucking straight down the line. Straight out of like Live at the Bike poker for advanced players.
It's coming soon. JJ raised that one pre-flop with Queen 10. Took it. Button now over with Eric in seat 9. Oscar Meyer Beaner says Lyman is growing on me. Actually, kind of funny.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. You let him in.
I'll turn all you guys out. I'll turn you out and I'll have you on the stroll. I'll turn you out.
Peter. This is what's hilarious about our Peter Shit Eater.
Peter, this is one of our guys, yes.
Nice to see a show where the people commentating seem somewhat genuine.
Yes.
Okay, I like it. Thank you, Peter Shit Eater.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my.
Huh? This is my flop? 666. Oh, no. Oh, you tricked me. You tricked me. Evil woman. Oh. Yeah, now it says 6, 6, 10, 6 queen. Who knows?
Liz Lehman says Lyman is a prime example as to why more women don't play poker.
Really? Why would that be? That
Can
makes
you
no sense.
please give us a picture-in-picture, Brian? Please, for the love of God. Gee, show him Lyman. For what? How would this?
Wanna play
Who
poker
wouldn't want to play poker with this
What
guy?
woman would not want to play
I mean,
poker
come
with
on.
me?
Did you
Give me a
see
break.
this luscious head of
Yes,
hair? I
exactly.
mean, come on.
And I'm
How can you say that, Liz?
I have a
Like,
good
ooh.
time. I bought drinks for everybody at my table tonight. On the 25-50 game, I brought in $160 worth of cigars for my players.
Did you
Opus X.
Bam! Did you hear that, Liz?
Yeah, so give me a break. Hey, Liz, if you want to come play poker with me, you're going to like it. Whatever it is.
I don't. He's gonna give you something good, Liz.
Whatever you're into.
Gonna give you something good.
If you're willing to buy in and gamble, whatever you're into, I'm going to try and make it happen.
Aaron just limped under the gun with ace king. This was a straddle pot. He decided to limp. His stack is down to about 300. Looking for the little limpy re-race. He bets now into the field. So now 5 players played a limp to run pot. Comes deuce, deuce 7. Aaron decides to bet 20 at this point now with his ace king. Josh, who has a deuce, is just going to be sneaky. How about Al, who's like, hey, I've got king 9 of hearts. Let me come along, because look at that.
Boom.
Maybe it's coming. Josh says, I can't take it now. There's 2 spades and 2 hearts. I can't let more cards roll off. I'm going to bet out here. Aaron's like, I was just kidding. Al's like, well, I don't know why the hell I called on the flop, but since I did.
Here comes Al. Here comes Al. If he loses this pot, you're going to get a talking to, young man.
He's thinking about going all in here.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yes.
Wow, that's just, yeah, I mean, at all, none of it makes sense, because why did he call on the flop and then fold? I don't get it. But anyways, moving on. Eric Fan wants to know who's going to play with seat 1 when she raises.
Everybody at the table. That's the crazy part.
That's, you know, and that is a crazy part.
Yeah,
that's the thing, is she
exactly
can literally
what's gonna
not
happen.
play a hand all day, and she'll raise, and it'll be like 10 people like, hey, I want to play.
Exactly.
So, and that's why, you know, you can play that way.
It
so
is.
why we make fun, in the end, playing in that style is way preferable to playing anywhere close to what Al just did in the last
I
hand.
have no problem with her strategy. It's just we're on a show. I mean, it's not good for the show per se. I mean, it's making for some good fodder. But in real life poker, that's exactly how I would play.
Exactly, that's what I said. I was not joking when I said Lyman and I are just as tight as her.
Because no one
that's
pays
how you have to
attention.
play.
Yeah, they don't pay attention. If they actually folded when you raised, well, then you'd have to do a couple little things, like,
Yes.
you know.
You'd
maybe
have to
throw-
play you have to
Yeah.
play a few hands that you don't want to play.
But they don't pay attention. That's why so many nits get so upset, because they're like, oh my God, I sat there all day and then I raised and then I got called in 5 places and my aces got cracked. It's like, well, that's exactly what you want.
Yes.
You just don't have the bankroll to withstand it, I guess, because you shouldn't be bitching about that.
Jonathan says we've got a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, no.
Lyman. Jonathan in our live chat says, no offense, I like Lyman, but I've come to the conclusion his guest commentary wasn't a coincidence.
Yes.
Just saying.
It's probably not a coincidence. Hey, you know what? When you have a guy like Sticky Rice on, you need to bring in the big guns. You want me in this fucking netcast. You need me in this netcast. You can't handle the trolling.
You can't handle the truth.
The trolling. Yeah.
Hey! Dun, 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 dun. Charlie raises. She makes it 20 with ace jack, and everybody folds. So there's to answer your question, what happens when she raises. Exactly that, but look at how happy she is.
She's having the best time of her life. Awesome. Amazing. I love it. She should be if we ever send brochures to Germany to bring people over, Evelyn, put her on the front of the brochure.
The Diesel says, can we get Sticky Rice, Scott Fishman, Miami John Cernudo, Syracuse Chris, 2 hats, Jamie Gold, Jerry Yang on Live at the Bike next week? Sure. We'll get right on that.
That's like the VIP lineup right there. They're missing Black Gary, Geberhut Goydam, and they're missing Eskimo, and they're missing Sam Grizzle. That would be the perfect table. Men win. Men win. I don't like him. I'd take Peter Tran, young man. Oh, young man, Peter Tran. I'd take Peter Tran all day long.
Raise under the gun from Scott with Queen Jack. Right behind him, Matt has Ace King. He's going to min raise. A little more than min raise, 35. 45 or 35? Okay, 45.
There we go. Charlie flats with 10s.
Back to back in a pot. And I love the flat, because if she if she 4-bets here, I mean, everyone's just going to fold again.
Right. Well, I mean, or she's going to get looked up by a big hand. No, Matt knows he's in.
Matt
with the
hates
pocket pair
this.
at
Yeah,
point.
yeah, he's done.
Is Matt act first?
Matt's first to act.
If he checks folds here, it's like pure ownage. It means he's been paying attention. He hasn't been paying attention.
And this is exactly why you can play like she plays.
I mean,
because look at this.
He can try to bluff here, but I mean, he's got to know it's a bluff.
And here's the problem, though. Now, if she played like this all along, she still has to be able to come along in this hand.
I think
you
she's
can't
come
just
along.
fold.
I see her coming along here. Oh, the recheck of cards is a bad sign. But,
mind you, her stack is dwindling. She has about 200 behind.
I called it.
This is good call.
Now, this is like the muscle-bound guy in the tight T-shirt. Does he back off, or does he try and...
I already hit a king.
Oh, he fucking hit a king. Horrible. I wanted to see a blank to see if he was going to try and bully the little lady, because I think the little lady would have felted his ass. But now he's got a king, and it's over.
Oh,
but she's going to be smart enough to get away, obviously. Yeah, he's trying a little. He's getting jiggy with it here. I mean, you know what? I guess I just play too much PLO. Whenever you think about checking, betting small is always better. See, now she takes a free card. Yeah.
We were rooting for a 10, just so you know, Charlie. So
I mean,
it goes both ways. We dish it and we give it too.
She played the hand perfectly. She got a free. She got money and went the best of it. Got a free look to beat him.
Free hope.
Yeah, and now she just easily gets rid of her hand. I mean, that's good poker, ladies and gentlemen. And the guy, he was nice. He showed that he was ahead. But Muscles there, I don't know why he gave her a free card.
What does this shirt say? Is it something in German?
Yeah. I think it says, "I'm too sexy for this shirt." I don't know what it says.
It's definitely not something in English, right? Maybe he knows her.
He's a nice guy. He plays in the 5-5 a lot. He's a very, very nice guy.
Try it again.
I don't know. I know how to enye. Oh, wine's coming. Wine.
Shut
wine.
up. Is this
wine,
for us?
Wine. Oh, we're so happy.
Is it for us?
Who bought it?
Send it here.
Seat 7.
Scott!
Oh,
Scott! Show Scott really quick, Brian.
Yeah.
Wait, why are you bringing glasses over there? They don't get any.
No.
Okay. Give him one. Give him one.
See, you know why Scott sent the wine back?
There's Scott right there.
He's been just like Kai McMinn, the sticky rice guy. He checks his tweets the whole time, too. Scott does, and he saw that I complimented his slimming outfit earlier.
There you go.
Yes.
That's why we got the wine.
The Bart Hansen slimming outfit he's got on.
Scott plays often, and him and I have conversed back and forth on Twitter a couple of times, and so really appreciate it, Scott. That's awesome.
Yes. What a country.
What a country
What
when you
a
can just
country.
work
Yes.
and people will just send you wine.
That's right. I sit around, annoy the fuck out of like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, maybe thousands.
But hey.
And get free wine. That's what I do on my podcast, too, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not annoyed enough now, you can listen to me Mondays at 6.
Awesome.
Take it to the next level.
Take it to the Cheers.
Let's get the ching.
Did you guys hear that? Let's try it again.
There
Can you show us? Can you do picture, please?
He's producing his wine glass. Hey, stop producing your wine glass and produce the show. There we go.
Chris Schroeder said, is string betting allowed in this game? No. There is no string betting allowed anywhere in LA as far as I know.
I will give a tip here, though, on string betting. And the audience might find this interesting. You can legally string bet.
What?
Yes.
Wait. Stop. We're going to go over that after this hand. So, Scott raises his hand to 20 over to Charlie. It looks like she's 3-bet. Look at the chips in front of Charlie. Did she 3-bet? What's going on with her? I don't know what's going on right here. There we go. So, Charlie 3-bets. So, Scott raises. He's out of the small blind.
Yep.
So, there was at least one or two limps. over to Scott, who raises.
Oh, it's a limp re-raise.
So apparently, yes, Charlie limp re-raised. We missed. We kind of caught it in the end there as we were getting our wine, which is very important. So
The
we
red
had to be
vino.
done. Had to be done.
The red vino was pouring.
Now Scott's trying to figure out. Now here's the thing. If I'm Scott, he's like, well, what's this limp re-raise? Doesn't make any sense. Here's what I'm going to do though. Charlie has 74 behind,
Right.
and she's playing a 10-2.
Scott was smart.
I'm just going to give it to her.
Scott was smart. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have ace-8. What you don't know is you're actually ahead at this point, but it's in no situation is it ever worth it.
No.
This is a cash game where blinds never go up.
No.
Live to fight a better day.
You're a million miles behind her perceived limp re-raise range.
And look at him. He's smiling. He's getting some information from her. I like it. You know what? What'd you have? I don't know. This is, now you can find out. You get free information. You can work on that for next time. No reason to call up another $150 there and just throw it away because you feel like the play might be fishy. And good read. I like it on Scott's part, but it's just this isn't a tournament. It's not necessary.
Scott's saying, "Did you have it? Did you have it?" And she's saying, "I'm sorry, Scott. I cannot remember."
Now that is Russian. That's on Rounder.
Yes,
That's what's his name. That's- Somebody in our live chat said, "No, that's Russian."
I don't know anything
That
about
is-
accents. Did you have it, Charlie? Did you have it? I cannot remember.
That's JJ makes it 23. JJ loves those random raises. Now here comes Eric with the 3-bet. Speaking of another person who hasn't played very many hands, Eric, by the way, who we give Charlie shit, but Eric's playing a 12-7. Which is like one notch above Charlie's 12-5. So Eric is 3-betting here. I mean, if I'm JJ, I think he's just saving face. This is just an insta-muck.
Look
with King 10.
at the kid in seat 6. Is that his name? What's his name? He's sipping his coffee
JJ,
like
that's
it's
him.
10 degrees in the casino. It's like he's sipping a hot cup of cocoa on the slopes of his.
Sometimes it is, by the way.
No, it's never that cold.
Sometimes. Okay, finish what you were telling me before. You were going to tell us
Oh, what was that? I
What
was
was
going to
it?
tell you that you can legally string raise.
Oh, yes. How?
This is what you see old school players do a lot, people like me.
Okay.
When I play, I always verbally announce bet or raise first.
Okay.
Because if you say I bet, then you can look left and look right and put in the amount of money you want to put in.
Good point.
And
Yes.
or if somebody bets, you say I raise.
Yes.
You can look left and look right and see the amount of money you want to raise. People will fold and
Insta-fold easily.
all out of turn.
Here's the thing that I feel a little shady doing that, though.
Why?
Because
It's
do.
well within the rules. It's
I know it
completely legal.
is within the rules. I just feel like shady, and then I feel like, I'm trying to get away with something, and then
I am
don't
trying
know.
to get away with
I
something.
know you
I'm
are.
trying to get
But
away
that's
with
why I
people-
feel that way when I do it, so I don't do it.
I'm trying to get away with people acting on a turn like morons.
I'm always like, hey, whoa, don't act out of turn. Hey, you. Hey, you.
If you play poker with me, you're 100% going to pay the moron tax. Because I don't care. If you act out it, I want you. Because
I want to talk about this more. Okay, hold on. Because Charlie's in another hand.
Okay. here we go.
Okay.
Her VPIP's getting way up now to 5 or something.
Aaron raised this pre-flop. Charlie out of the big blind calls.
Charlie raised, they say, and Aaron called.
What am I hearing? Aaron limped in and Charlie raised out of the big blind?
Okay.
Oh,
Good
dun,
play.
dun,
Very good
dun.
play.
Do, do,
That's
do,
exactly
do,
what I
do,
would've
do.
done.
We've got a news flash. Actually, Aaron limped in. Charlie raised out of the big blind. And
That's-
Aaron decided to call. And then Charlie put a continuation bet, and Aaron called again.
And this
What?
is well,
Are you sure we have this right?
He's got
I'm,
2 overs.
I'm getting word this is
She
correct.
should bet again here 100% of the time. She reps this fucking card coming off, and she's played very tight. She played it great again. I would 100% raise limpers out of the blinds with ace-10. 100%. There you go. Easy money. I'm starting to like this girl. I think that she's like a little silent assassin over there.
We always liked her.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm starting to like
But
her.
now we just can't make fun of her anymore. That's no
No.
fun.
I think that she was like card dead because now that I see her with some cards, she's playing them very well.
Charlie, A+. Anyway, so continue. Tell me. All right, let's start again and tell. I think this is valid what you're saying
I think it
because
comes from
I
Pop
understand exactly what you're saying, and you understand my viewpoint. But you should tell people so they know why they shouldn't be folding out of turn. Because this is what happens.
Well,
Tell them.
Here's why you shouldn't fold out of turn because it's
When somebody
recorded.
says raise, it does not give you the right to just fold.
No. Yes. And so you should. And so like when I was coming up in poker, a lot of people listening won't believe this. There was no limit hold'em in all of Los Angeles. None. There was not one no-limit hold'em game in the entire city of Los Angeles. The biggest big bet game that ran regularly was 5-5 pot limit hold'em at Hollywood Park. Yeah, I did. I walked the dinosaur there. And because
Lizette is having a conversation with him on the side. So, by the way, you'll hear him talking to like somebody. You're like, who's he talking to? It's Lizette. She's like, did you used to walk your dinosaur there? And he's like, yes, I did.
We definitely don't want to recap the things she says. It's bad enough.
Well, it's weird. Like you're like, who's he talking to? Like Nicole's not saying anything, and then all of a sudden he's just like, yeah, okay, yes.
It's
You're like,
on
what?
the old Regis Philbin show. He was always talking to Gelson off the screen. That's a very bad reference. The 13-year-olds in chat are getting my Regis Philbin reference.
Well, you already told him you're walking the dinosaur,
Yeah.
so we got it.
So anyway, in a pot limit game, all of the old school pot limit players, Bobby Hoff, and you know the old guys that used to play in that game.
Yes.
I don't want to say everybody's name because some of them still play a little bit.
A lot of them still play a little bit.
Yeah.
They haven't passed away.
They taught me that. They didn't actually teach me because back then you never talked about strat under any circumstances.
No, but
ever.
they all do it. They all
did
play it off like they're old. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. It's not my. I
They
don't
would
know.
always say, "I bet, I raise," but they would never put in money.
No.
They knew that the kid, me, would like cap my cards if I was going to call, or muck my cards if I was going to fold, or lift my cards up if I was going to fold, and that's where I learned, like, oh my God, why am I pushing my bet in at the exact time I say that I bet or raise? Because if you just say I bet, I'll raise, they always talk in Southern accent. Southern guys,
They always do. Old guys do.
yes,
Always.
they teach you
Old
this.
white guys always talking to Southern
Southern
accent at the table.
Hey, I bet.
Well,
And
look
then-
at this, by the way. Okay, Aaron raises pre-flop with pocket fours. Al calls. Al shoved into Aaron on this flop. What? Yeah. Check all in from Aaron over to Al, who hasn't called yet.
Yeah.
And Al's going to fold the best hand. It works for Aaron. Okay, so continue.
You can call me Fishy, and Fishy, if you call me, you can call me Al.
I need a guitar.
You can call me Al.
So we can sing a duet.
There you go. That's my song for Al.
And the point of the story is, and I still see this to this day, and often I see it from players who've been playing for a long time who should know better, is that they allow people, mostly the only people who are doing this now, announcing their bet, are people who know, like you,
Right.
who are like, I raise. And then now you do it. You see a string of, one person folds, and all of a sudden everybody else
Everybody's
folds.
fold,
And the dealer's like, wait, play in turn. And then this guy's like, no, but he folded, and so I folded. And now Lyman's like, well, shit, everybody folded. I can bet
Exactly.
whatever the hell I want.
Exactly.
And you're going to get the last two blinds out of
The
there.
three guys behind you cap their cards. You say I raise, and then min raise it. The three guys behind you muck.
Yep.
It's like and then some fucking donk is saying. I don't know if he's talking about what we're talking about now. He's like, oh, so professional, Lyman. Is that who is that?
Shit eater.
Is he getting on me now?
No, I don't know. I just like the name. I just wanted to say it.
That's so professional, Lyman. Actually, it's exactly what is professional. It's a war. Poker is a war.
It really kind of is in the
You
end.
have to know the rules
and
of
the
the game.
the bad thing about me being a girl is that I have a little intricacies like that where morality comes out when really it shouldn't.
It's not immoral.
It is. I know it's not. It's like a moral dilemma. Is what it is, right? Yeah, it's a little bit of a moral dilemma. It's kind of like, what do you do? Do you feel like a shitty person and really do what you're supposed to do in poker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Actually,
you
yes.
should, yes.
Because that's how you make money.
And that's what they're going to do to you.
And that's the biggest.
Right.
Thank you. That is the biggest thing, because you know why? When it's their turn, you think they're going to give a shit about
No,
you?
they don't give a shit.
No,
about you.
they're going to do whatever it takes to win their hand, and that's what actually. I started years ago hosting here at the Bike. For those that don't know, I hosted the 5-10 game, no limit game here for 3 years. And it became a problem with, I have the same players here every day. Now we're buddy-buddy.
Right.
We're playing against each other, trying to take each other's money, but at the same time, I'm the host, and I, schmooze everybody. Well, then it got to be the point where I didn't want to take anybody's money. I wanted to check all the time, I finally got kicked in the ass from who's now my husband, but it was my boyfriend at the time. He's like, Tad's like, listen, he's like, I don't care how much friends you are, you
Right.
play your hand, because when it comes to them, are they going to do that for you? And sometimes they would, yes,
Right.
you know. But in the end,
In
it's
the end,
true.
no,
You
yeah.
just play.
No, Tad's a smart guy. You were tweeting about him the other day.
I know.
He knows,
let's
he knows a
just-
lot of things.
Lyman, just shut up.
That guy is
Just
he's
shut
a
up.
sharp guy.
Lyman's trying to get me to talk about
takes care of business.
on Lyman's podcast. Okay, if you really Lyman wants to get into
I
like
didn't say anything. I was just saying he's a smart guy.
it's you're gonna have to follow Lyman's Twitter.
Yeah, follow my Twitter. You
Yes.
don't have to go any further.
You don't, I'm not going to go.
I know you don't.
At any rate,
I just think it's
all
funny.
he's suggesting is that apparently on his podcast they really get in deep, literally.
Yes.
If you wanted to follow more, Lyman's talking about getting in the bedroom with girls,
Yeah.
and Bart needed my advice obviously
Of
because
course.
he's Bart,
Yes.
and so I chimed in for him.
Yes,
So
you
if
were
you're
helping Bart
if
out.
you're interested in that, you'll have to go back and find it yourself. Figure it out. Technology these days.
Yeah, you get pickup artist tips from guys who were married 20 years. It's really going to be helpful.
It's really going to be, because marriage does nothing for the bedroom. Just so everybody knows.
That is actually probably true.
I'll give something for Stick Your Ice. You know, he's probably great in the bedroom. I'm gonna throw that out there. For anybody,
Oh, wow. It's
anybody-
getting hot in here.
come on. For
Yeah.
anybody who thought that we were like hard on him, I'm just gonna give him a huge props right now. He's probably
Yeah.
like the shiz in bed.
It
You
is
know.
getting hot in here.
Seriously, so he cannot hate us after that.
Yeah.
That's like the number one compliment, right?
And on his Twitch stream, sometimes I think he like fake humps like the teddy bears that are on his bed. I've seen him do something like
I'm
that.
just gonna say if he actually has teddy bears in his room, that doesn't help. But I'm laying it out there for you. He looks like he could have some skills in that
Oh,
department.
wow,
So
wow.
I hope you're not disappointing me, Sticky Your Ice.
I'm sorry, Al. I'm still on your side, Al. Show this young kid what it looks like to really, please a woman.
Al, C2. Oh my. Button is now with Aaron. Oh, hey, by the way, we have got action going on here. 3 and 5 are the blinds we've been playing all day. The last few hands, they've basically been folding pre-flop. Hence, you got our wonderful diatribe. This is Abe Lyman in the booth with me, Nichoel Jurgens. Thank you for joining us tonight. Aaron's going to raise this button with ace-queen, and he's going to take it. Again, we just kind of have a little lull in the action. Thank you again to Scott for sending a bottle of wine back
Yeah,
here.
Scott. You're a savior, Scott.
You are a savior. What do we do with no wine?
You are a gentleman and a scholar.
We're going to do a quick commercial. We'll be right back.
But I think this is a really good opportunity for James to continuation bet. He chooses not to, and in this specific spot, he probably would have gotten called. But in a vacuum, I think I'm always continuation betting here. Now, with 3 checks, Randolph on the button, this is a dream spot. Are you kidding me? You call pre-flop with a garbage hand, king deuce of clubs. You flop your club draw, and 3 players have checked to you on a hit or miss board. This is a dream spot to continuation bet. Instead, he chooses to check back, and I can't even explain why he checked back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, he's got this stuffed animal. See, that's the stuffed animal I was telling you. Like,
no.
he humps that stuffed animal
Oh, no. And he's showing the
on his
stuffed
Twitch. He's showing
animal's
it
cards.
the cards. Well, that's a good idea.
Oh, jeez. Sweet baby Jesus.
So,
I may retract.
and that's who Nichoel wants to get in bed with.
Some and or all of what I just said. I didn't say I wanted to get in bed
Well,
with
you
him.
said he was probably
I'm
really
giving the guy a
good.
compliment. Like, okay, here's why the whole compliment
Oh,
I
no.
gave.
Now he's left. And
Oh,
he's
no,
left.
he's left.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I have
his like fanboys are gonna get so mad at me right now.
I have to retract. I'm sorry. Oh, sticky rice. If
he's-
only you knew what I had just said. It's a 10-minute delay, so he didn't gather
didn't
what I
know,
just said.
yes.
If he had known, he would have never pulled that little ducky out.
Well, I like it. I think I want this guy on the show every week. Truthfully, I mean, regardless of what you think of him,
There he is.
I
Here's the
think
little
that
ducky.
this is stuff is good for poker. Like, you got to have a little bit of personality. And I mean, Nichoel's got personality. Like, people get on
Lyman's
me.
got
They
personality.
get on me for my looks and my antics, but I mean,
But he is who he is. That's
this
the
is
thing.
what makes poker games good. A bunch of people sitting around like a fucking stone is not good for poker.
Yeah, wearing their hoodies and yeah. Oh, little ducky.
You're looking at the ducky.
Oh, little ducky.
Oh, I like the slow zoom. That was just great producing.
Oh.
Ask the ducky how it feels to be stuck to vines.
Buttons now with Scott in seat 7.
The ducky's like, why did he shove the river into that guy? So retarded.
But if that king didn't hit you, I think that there's a very good chance I would have won the game.
Dylan on my Twitter said he's digging Sticky Rice's shirt.
I like Sticky Rice's shirt. I mean, but then I was just saying, like, why am I getting such a hard time? I didn't wear that shirt.
I don't think you need to worry about you getting a hard time. The thing is about Lyman is that you got love or hate. You know, there's not really a lot of in between. So you don't need to really worry about that.
I have a polarized audience
You
range.
do have a very polarized likability range. You know, it's just like there's love or hate. There's not really like, oh, this guy's okay.
Yeah, like,
there's never that. There's never that with Lyman. You
I
know?
could take him or leave him.
Yeah, no, there's never that. So you just go with the lovers. You forget about the haters. That's it.
right.
Raise from Scott on the button. So there was a couple of limp. Scott on the button is going to take control. He's going to raise. But now over here to Charlie. She's like, no. Not going to happen. She 3-bets it. Now here, I have no problem with Scott making this play on the button. Now it's just an insta fold, and he does, and I like it. Good job. Matt with King Queen is considering. And look at this Charlie, who is down to about 150. Now has over 320 behind.
Yeah.
You know, she's already doubled up in like one round.
She's up $20
of not
which is
barely
fine.
seeing barely seeing a flop.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say this but I mean, the way she's playing is actually pretty good.
Yeah, you hate to say it. I hate to. It hurts.
No,
it hurts him to say it.
And it's not because of any reason other than if everybody plays like this, you have no game. But I mean,
which is true.
Which really is.
Which we already knew.
It really is just solid poker. I
Yes.
mean, I want to make more fun of her so she loosens up. I'd rather see her straddling 50. But I mean, it really is just solid poker. She's sharp. Her boyfriend's sharp too. I play with him over at my table.
So he plays PLO.
He plays PLO and.
Does he
Hold'em.
speak German to you when he plays PLO?
We did a little German to each other.
So you were like Einstein.
Yes. I was like, mein Hut, der hat Dreiecken, Dreiecken, not mein Hut. It's die Dreiecken, Dreiecken, not mein Hut. Yeah,
and you were like Danke.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, danke schön, darling, danke schön. We did the whole thing, yeah. I said every German word I knew, like Heil, the whole thing, you know.
My husband speaks German, and like the only words he knows are like I like beer.
Yeah,
it's like the only word he took German all through high school, and that's what he knows. Nicholas Petiti. It is double like that in the live chat. Says, which seat is Sticky Rice?
Which sheet?
Well, welcome to the game,
If
Nicholas
you can't guess
Petiti.
who Sticky
He's
Rice
seat
is-
4 right there.
If you can't guess it, yeah.
Ah!
You know,
I'm sorry, but you wait another 5 minutes, Sticky Rice. You're gonna. He's like, what did she say? She said I'm effable.
Yeah, she
but
said, yeah,
but
wait,
Sticky Rice, just put the damn.
Yeah.
No one's gonna get on that with a little ducky sitting on your bed. I'm sorry. Okay, just put it away.
This kid is very media savvy. Like, he's very media savvy. He's a likable kid. He's a very likable kid. I mean, I know a lot of people like get on him.
Yeah, he's young. He's in good shape. I mean, that's really what more do you need to be good in bed?
gambles.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, by the way, probably Josh is okay in that department too. I mean, I'm just
Josh,
gonna throw it out there. You know,
You want to rate the
here's
table?
what it takes, guys. Get in shape. Take care of yourself. Eat well. You'll probably do all right in the bedroom. I mean, I'm just throwing out some tips here. It helps. It helps.
You know, they always do online. They always do like the rate the picture thing with numbers. You know mine.
And I don't want to start that because they're like, who is this fat mother
no.
who is rating us? I'm not trying to rate you. I'm just giving some tips like, hey, you
I'll
know.
do it.
like-
I'll do it.
Okay.
From left to right.
Lyman's gonna do it. Okay,
From
go.
left to right.
Lyman's gonna do it.
3, 1.
Wait. Follow the camera. Follow the camera. 3. Come on.
Well, you know.
No, and see 1. Go back.
You can't be 1.
Go back.
She can't be 1. C2 is 1.
Wait. What's good? 10 or 1?
1 is the best.
Oh.
1 is the best.
Oh, 10 is supposed to be the best. You're going backwards.
Right. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
I obviously have no sense of what looks good and what doesn't.
Lyman and I have both been married for many years. Well, actually, Lyman's been married way longer than me.
Endless.
Like, how many years now?
Well, we've been
since high school.
Engaged or married for like 20-something years.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah, I know.
42 is a raise from JJ with pocket jacks. There's a straddled pot.
So it was the best decision I ever made in my life. And that's the truth.
And that's the truth.
And she is watching.
And I'm sticking to it.
No, actually, people who saw her on my Twitch podcast were like, "Are you kidding me?
Why are you married to that guy?"
Yes. How is this really real? He must have hired her."
The thing is that people don't know about Lyman is, he's not always on this much.
No.
I mean, it's just a good, normal. Actually, it's hard to find in poker, professional poker players, normal people.
Yes.
And as much as Lyman doesn't seem it, he's actually a really good, normal person. It's if you're wondering why a beautiful woman would be attracted to him, that's probably why.
Yeah. I come on the podcast or on this netcast to have a good time. But, I mean, and if you play my game, I'm actually pretty much like this all the time. But I'm gonna go have a cigar behind the Bicycle Casino after the show's over. And if anybody wants to join me, we can have a good chat.
There you go.
Everybody is invited.
There you go. Now, JJ, who raised his preflop. So Aaron limped in a straddled pot with pocket 3s. JJ made it 42 preflop. Aaron called with his 3s. Okay, now Aaron is getting short. Aaron's down to, we have him at 86. He has more than that. We can see he has about 186. The ace rolls off on the turn for JJ.
Speaking of good-looking guys, David Tuckman just walked into the booth.
I notice he walks in when we have wine. That's interesting.
He's the only guy I know.
That's very fortuitous.
He's like the only guy I know.
Do you know what that means, David Tuckman?
Basically on his day off. Basically,
he's like,
he just wanders around with a
he looks better than he ever does when he works.
Jeans.
So
this is like his casual outfit, a button-up shirt.
Come here. Oh my gosh, he never dresses this nice. What do you
I didn't have no fucking business meeting. Who are you talking to?
Business meeting with who? Like, he never, come here, let's get a picture in picture. This guy never looks this nice on the show. All of a sudden he doesn't work, and look at this guy.
Normally he has on like a shirt that says like oh,
seriously, really? Like, and they
Boston
should see
University drinking party or something.
The American Poker Awards.
He had the
the American Poker Awards are in town.
Oh.
So there's a lot of, poker bigwigs that are
What
in
did
town.
you win? Best dressed?
No, the awards are tomorrow night.
Oh.
But I had a couple of meetings, so I had to go to Beverly Hills.
Oh, yeah. Who did you meet with? Anybody?
Bart Hansen.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. You got dressed up to me with Bart.
No,
you were
somebody else. Bart was there, though.
Oh my God, these guys. Seriously, like Dave wears like sweatpants to work, and then all of a sudden he's like strolls in here, gets a free glass of wine, and wearing this nice outfit. By the way, there better be a nice glass of wine left from.
But
Charlie's gonna raise. She raised pre-flop to 30, and look what's flopped. Patience is a virtue.
She's from, she's not, her name isn't really Charlie.
By the way, Tuckman says that's not your real name, Charlie, just so you know.
It's probably Adolf, but she doesn't want to.
It's probably Adolf. Einstein fucking Jurgen.
She doesn't want anyone to know. I mean, look at Lizette's so mad at me.
Lyman
I'm a German Jew.
He's German, he's Jewish, he's Chinese, he's whatever he needs to be.
Somebody in my family made it through, so I'm okay. Listen to me. Tuckman.
Listen.
What kind of award do you win in poker?
I think the awards that are tomorrow.
What
can't hear me. The awards that are tomorrow, I like.
There is no award. Here's the award in poker. Money. It's money that you win. What is the award? You have been declared best poker player.
Well,
and then the goes up for his victory speech. He's like, "Can anybody give me a loan?" What the fuck fuck is it a poker award? It's retarded. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
I mean, I think there's Poker Ambassador.
Oh, Jesus.
Who's
Newcomer,
giving the awards,
That's
by
me,
the way? I
obviously.
mean, who is giving
It's-
away these awards?
GPI, the
Yeah,
GPI
I have
Index,
no
Global
idea.
Poker Index.
Never heard
Okay.
of it.
Nothing.
Alex Dreyfus.
No.
I think Sticky
He's-
Rice should win one of them. I vote for Sticky Rice
there's-
Poker Ambassador.
There's like, best ambassador, like biggest ambassador.
Biggest ambassador? Who would that be? That would be Bart before he started the
There's-
diet.
Josh raised this pre-flop.
There's
on the
like,
button.
like best media person, biggest moment, best newcomer, best player of the year.
Biggest moment was
Okay,
when
okay,
D'Anconia
okay.
lost 10,000 last
Serious
night on Live at the
question.
Bike.
Serious question. Why were Limon nor I invited to this event?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We should host.
Kara Scott is emceeing.
Oh.
And I was invited. I am going tomorrow
has
night
slightly
with my
better
wife
boobs.
and I'm invited plus 2. I'm bringing my wife and Bart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are your two
Wow.
girlfriends.
Those are my 2 girlfriends.
So Josh bet this flop with his 9. Sticky Rice came along with a gutter. Josh bet again on the turn and took it. They're showing one card. Why they're always, showing one card? I guess they've made the agreement. No matter who wins, every time they show one card.
Okay,
Seriously though, Tuckman.
what's the MO with the Sticky Rice guy?
Well, we already went over it. Like
Yeah,
10 times.
you're
I'll
way
go over it again.
behind. You're
I know,
gonna
but
have to, have to watch.
Right, but I'm looking at like it's 28-9. I mean, it's not like
Yeah, he's not the same here as he is online.
He's
still,
not the Sticky Rice he's meant to be.
He's
I
just
mean,
having-
Is there
he's
any
a legend
chance? Is
and
there
a
any chance this is
dream.
not Sticky Rice?
No, that's 100% him. I actually did watch one of his shows.
Okay.
He has 8,877.
Because sometimes
followers.
when like a serial killer, like there's a lot of murders, somebody else will come forward and say I'm the serial killer,
Right.
but they're not really.
So this guy could be coming forward and saying he is a Sticky Rice.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
No, he is the Sticky Rice.
Can someone confirm that he is a Sticky Rice, please?
Well, even if he's not, Nicole's still smitten with him.
I am not.
she'll
Don't turn my words like that, Lyman.
She'll take the fake one.
Don't turn my words. See, this is the problem with being a female in this business. You gotta fight. You gotta fight
Yeah,
hard.
she does
To get heard, number one, and then to be understood after you're heard. Because guys, they don't hear, and if they hear, they don't understand.
Sticky Rice on the button, everybody.
He's gonna raise it. Newsflash.
Newsflash, Sticky Rice on the button.
He raises. Everyone folds.
There you go. His hat's still straight. That's good news.
By the way, Sticky Rice, who has 8,877 followers, has less followers than Dave Tuckman.
Wow.
How many followers do you have on Twitter, Dave?
I don't know.
It's like 10,000 something.
Oh, yeah. Tuckman's the top.
He
He's
doesn't
the
know.
top.
You know what? He knows exactly to the number. I bet
Anybody
you.
who
I
unbuttons-
bet you, Lyman. He knows exactly
Oh,
to
he
the
knows.
number.
Of course he
He's like, I don't know.
Anybody who unbuttons their shirt to the exact point where like 5 chest hairs stick out, they know how many
I could show
They know
more.
exactly how many Twitter followers they have.
I
He
could show
knows
more.
exactly how many Twitter
Hey,
followers have.
wait.
Why don't you?
I'm gonna find
You
out.
shave?
I do, yeah.
You shave your chest?
I'm a
10
swimmer. I'm a swimmer. I like to
10.7
keep a swimmer's body. Yeah.
10.7
'Cause I don't know any German
thousand.
Jews that have no hair.
Look at this. Nothing.
10.
You want to see downstairs?
No, I don't. Later, please.
Hey, Tuckman, can I make a nomination?
10,000. 10,700.
Can
The
I
nominations are. You could have made a nomination earlier.
I want to
but
make
no
a
one-
nomination for
Nolan
biggest-
Dalla, by the way, is nominated.
Wow.
Who's
I don't know
Nolan
who that
Dalla?
is.
I don't know. We don't know anybody. Why are you? We've only played poker for like 11 years. Who the freak are all these
Nolan
people at these
Dalla.
awards?
Dollar bill, y'all.
20 is a raise from Al. Ace King. Josh calls. Sticky Rice. The 3-bet with pocket 9s.
Hey, because I love my Live at the Bike audience. I want to. This will be the first place I announce this. It is official.
It'll be horrible.
It is official.
It says.
I will be in Vegas this summer covering the World Series.
We
of
already
poker.
know. I already told you that. I
No.
told you that like 2 months ago. It's
It
official.
was
I
official
told you
today.
to rent your place.
You
I told you.
realize-
You don't listen to anything I say. See, this is a problem with guys. They don't listen.
Oh!
Oh!
Al's in.
Al's all in.
Al's in.
Look at this flop, by the way. So Sticky Rice 3-bet pre-flop. Al raised. Josh called. Sticky bet free 3-bet pre-flop. Al's going to lead, donk a lead, all in with his ace king. Josh overshoves with his flush draw.
Josh
Come
is
on
the
now.
type of guy you could literally offer him like 40% on his money on a red black, and he'd be like, "Yeah, that sounds awesome. Let's do it."
He just did it.
Exactly.
He just basically did it.
I have to say something about Josh because he super gambly, but he did come on Poker Talk Live last Wednesday. Really a gentleman, actually. And he talks about it like, yeah, I gamble, yeah, I do.
No,
and here's this, but he's super nice because you don't actually see that a lot in poker. And I'm not saying anything against you. I'm just saying I wanted to point that out because you don't get that a lot. Especially,
he's a nice guy.
Yes. I mean, people, he's a super good sport for how much we talk about his play and how much we pick it apart. And
By the way, that was a compliment. The fact that he likes to take 40%. I think that's great.
No, I just want to add that so Josh knows because it is pretty awesome that we're able to be like, that was a terrible play by Josh, and we do it constantly. And then he's like,
Limon, will you? So this summer, so I'm going to be covering like 31 events in like 34 days for the World Series.
Yes.
Will you come in the booth once?
Oh, absolutely. It would be an honor.
I'd love to have you in. I'd love to have you.
Yeah, I'll be there too, Dave. No
You're
problem.
not invited.
But announcing it, Dave, announcing it here isn't going to do you a lot of good because like all the people listening tonight are under 18.
No, but they can still watch it.
They can watch it.
They can still watch it on ESPN3, and they can still watch it on WSOP.com
There you
worldwide.
go.
But who
what
watches
tournament
it,
do you want to watch? You name the tournament you want to be in on, and you're in.
Okay, the main event. I don't know. I don't know any tournaments. I don't know anything about tournaments.
I'll get you in on like a PLO event.
I don't play tournaments. I don't know what they do.
I'll get you on PLO.
No, seniors.
Seniors?
Yes, seniors.
That's actually perfect.
Yes, I want seniors.
Seniors is perfect.
Seniors.
Okay.
I either want seniors or casino employees.
How about ladies?
How about
yeah, one of those. I want one of the weird ones.
Like one of the fun ones.
Yeah, one of the fun
Done.
ones. Yes. I don't
Sold.
want a serious one. Ladies, seniors, or casino employees. Casino employees would actually
But
be
you
the
know what the
best.
better thing would actually be is to
You
have
won't be in
take.
Vegas for that, though, will you?
I mean, if I could make fun of casino employees all the time,
Did you hear that? Did you hear his German come out? No, the better thing would be to actually be a PLO one, to actually be a serious one with Lyman there.
I can't
No,
get
I'm not doing
serious with him.
serious.
No, that's why it'd be better because you're not serious.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Right?
She's thinking outside the box.
Okay, I'm going to go on a limb. I don't know anything. I'm looking at the graphics here. Is it bad when your VPIP is higher than your stack? I'm looking at Aaron.
Oh, God, Aaron. What a mess.
Wait. Aaron's VPIP is 45, so he's a 45.8, right? Yeah. Which, if you're an online player, you know that's probably not that good. He's a 45.8, but his stack is 38.
Nice call, David. That's why you're the professional. I would have never noticed that. But that is amazing.
That's not good, right?
That is absolutely amazing. I wish they could flash this thing up as a screen. That is amazing.
So there's a good 5-10 game going.
I know.
Somebody offered me $4K for their seat. Apparently, they said they went on the internet and they found out that I was rich.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, where?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I want to go to that site.
I know. Can I redeem?
If you're rich, Bart must be like Bill Gates.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Aaron with the 44 now.
No, he's got money.
He rebought. He's up to 140 now.
There you go. So where'd you guys go to eat? Did you guys really go to the Jose Andres place?
We did not eat. No, we didn't eat. Actually, I just met.
Just talking about the awards.
I met Todd.
You can eat when there's
I met
poker
Todd
awards.
Anderson from Poker Night in America.
Oh, I'd never heard of him.
He's Heartland Poker Tour. He started that, then he started Poker Night in America.
Isn't Heartland Poker Tour
They actually
chainsaw?
might. It's actually exciting. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but they're looking. They really want to do a tour here at the bike.
I like it.
So, and then a live cash game here as well.
If we can spread 1-5-10 game, I'm all for it.
Well, I think they're looking to spread 25-50 here, which would be nice.
Stuff.
Yeah, it'd be a nice game.
There you go.
So no, I met Todd, and he's actually a class guy, nice guy.
Class guy.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. And I saw Sarah Grant from Poker News.
Oh, Sarah Grant from Poker News, of course. The Sarah Grant from Poker News.
I saw Matthew Parvis.
Oh, Matthew Parvis. Of course, Matthew Parvis.
Parv.
Who doesn't know Matthew Parvis?
Right.
Are you just making these names up? Seriously?
I'm not.
You're leveling me, right?
I'm not. I could be, and I'm not.
Those are real people.
Those are real people.
Oh, that's impossible.
I should
It's
be leveling
literally
you. I should
impossible.
totally make up
you
names.
should just make up names. Yeah.
I could totally be like,
oh, it's like a Biff Stephenson. You know Biff Stephenson from Poker Night in America? Oh, everybody knows Biff Stephenson. That's a class act. Class act.
You know the amazing thing is that's actually a guy.
That is a guy.
That's a guy. No, it's not. That'd be great, though. Nichoel, have you had a fun night?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
We've been having lots of fun in here.
This is much better. See, Lizette sent me a text like 3 hours before the show started and said, can you fill in? I was like, nah, I'm busy.
They went to
But
the
this
old
is
Limon.
way better.
Yeah. We're having a good time.
I need more wine. Who's Brian?
Oh, God.
Brian!
They say I'm loud. Don't keep this woman away from her wine.
Wait, big turn card. Big turn card for Sticky
I'll let you
Rice.
guys handle it. I'm going to go get the
Action
wine.
card.
Look at that turn card
You
for
call
Sticky.
it. You call it, David. Call the action. We got a professional here.
Look at that turn card.
He's as good as Biff Stephenson.
Oh, wow. What a river. What a river. Yeah. Will Scott represent backdoor spades? 'Cause that's what he should do. He should totally rep this. He can't win with his pair of sixes. Come on, rep it, buddy. But Sticky probably thinks he needs to bluff. Yeah, Sticky, you're not going to bluff.
I don't think bluff. Yeah, I think it's like whoever bets first wins, right?
Well, Sticky can't bet. No value in betting it for Sticky.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, give me a smooch. Thank you so much.
Tuckman Smuzzle. Love my Limon.
That's all you get.
Thank you. Everybody has a screen name that's basically I Heart Sticky Rice despises me because I was having fun with the kid earlier.
Yeah. I'm trying to convince him, like, they were saying they might turn this game into a 5-10 game, which would be interesting. After the fact. What do you say?
Okay.
He doesn't want to play uncapped? Okay, we can play 5-10 capped. We can play 5-5.
So Sticky Rice.
We can play 5. We can play 5. I don't care. We'll play 10-20 capped.
Wait, Sticky
Cap
Rice
it at 6,000.
He led the river, right?
He did. He bet 80. I don't know what he's trying to get called by.
No, I don't think he's trying to get called.
So
I think he's turning his hand into a bluff.
So he's trying to get some. Sticky Rice is trying to get somebody to fold an ace.
I think so.
Yeah, that's not smart.
Or a better 9, a jack. I don't know. I mean,
I guess if your opponent like backed into like if he, let's say he had like Jack 7 of diamonds or some random hand like that, and you're trying to get him to fold a jack.
The awesome part is that if Scott calls it, he's just gonna say it was like the greatest value bet, thin value bet
there
ever.
It is.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It happened! Oh, you see the way he's showing it? He doesn't think it's good. He doesn't want to actually flip the cards over.
And Scott's like, "Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I knew you were bluffing."
This is what happens when idiots collide. No, I'm just kidding. That was very unfortunate. That was amazing. When both players don't know who won the hand, but all the money's in the middle.
They say he's better on Twitch. Maybe you need to mic him up.
Sticky, you better not go tell your fans, Sticky, that was a value bet because we can see the way you meekly showed that hand. You had no freaking clue where you were at that hand. So if you go tell all these little girls, these 13-year-olds,
that's a hell of a value bet.
That was a value bet, we're gonna call you out.
What does his shirt say? I'm here to fuck.
It says I'm here to fuck shit up.
Oh, I thought it was just I'm here to fuck.
He's that too.
It was just straight out.
Ask Nichoel.
This is a family show.
There's like 500 girls in the chat that would volunteer.
Are there?
That was a strange hand. I got to tell Scott, I owe you a bottle of wine, but over that bottle of wine, we're going to talk about why that doesn't make any sense.
I'm going to go enjoy my wine and see if I can get a 5-10 game. It's been fun.
Knock 'em dead.
Yeah. Hey, American Poker Awards tomorrow.
I'll see you at the American Poker Awards.
By the way,
best moment.
Do you know Bart was nominated for the British Poker Awards?
Oh God.
Yeah, best podcast. He didn't win. He didn't win.
He's not. He has nothing to do with Britain.
He's nominated. What do you want to say? Didn't win, but he was nominated. But how's that though? How big time is Bart that he was nominated? Didn't even go.
Yeah.
Didn't even go to the awards. Like if he won, it was going to be like telecast like on TV.
Oh, wow.
I'm so happy. I want to thank the blah blah
they
blah blah.
They probably tell you up front whether you won or not, right?
No, he had no idea.
Oh, right.
I asked him tonight if he won. He didn't even know. I had to check online.
Well, I don't know. All that makes no sense to me.
You know what? The funniest thing is that you don't want to. You have nothing. You want nothing to do with these awards. You know nothing about them.
I know nothing about
You're gonna end up winning one.
Well, and I will skip it. Unless they buy me drinks. If they buy me drinks, I'm in. All right, bye, David Tuckman, professional announcer.
And very dapper looking dude.
Oh, his shirt tucked in. Very clean jeans. Three chest hairs out the top button of his shirt.
And he's pointing to his ass. I'm not sure why.
He looks like $1 million.
Does he have? He's like, I have a nice ass. On his way out, that's what he was telling us.
That.
I would kill to look like that. Somebody on here is like, he has 18,000 followers, you dumb bitch. Someone says, I love Sticky Rice, said to me. I'm talking about Twitter, you 13-year-old. So why don't you check on Twitter? He has 8,877 followers.
Wait. Sticky Rice hat alert. Hat has moved to 3 o'clock. I think that the hat moving was when he won the hat. He won the pot, and then he moved the hat. So it's when he's feeling good. I think it's when he's feeling good.
Hat Watch.
Hat Watch
2015.
2015. He just put on a horse head. Do you see what Sticky Rice is doing now?
Oh, no.
He's got on a fucking horse head.
Oh, no.
Oh, this guy's amazing. I like this guy. This guy's awesome. I mean, this is dumb, but it's the exact kind of dumb that you want. Oh, this is perfect level of dumb. Because this is like whatever. You're playing poker, this is what you want.
This is exactly what you want. We haven't seen this since like 2003.
No, this is
the
like
characters on
yes.
TV that we totally need back.
This is what used to happen on televised poker.
And that's why people used to like televised poker.
Oh, Sticky's beef! He hit! He made trip fives! And Josh made a pair! Poor Josh!
Oh,
This is so awesome! Oh,
my.
Sticky, you're making me feel like a 13-year-old girl right now. Oh, I love it. I love it. This is what we need. I mean, we need goofy guys who will lose money, blast off money.
And it's funny why we say that as we're like actually a show that's educating people about poker. Yeah. That we say we really don't want people to be educated about poker.
Right.
But this is what we exactly need this.
Yes.
We need personalities again.
Oh, Sticky Rice is. This is. Wait, can we make a serious note for a second? Is this legal? No, I'm saying. I don't think it is either.
Why not? Is there actually a casino rule that says you cannot cover your head?
You cannot wear a mask into the casino, I believe. Yeah.
I guess I've never faced this, so I don't know. all I know is he's here to fuck shit up. That's
our
all I
producer
know.
is telling us this is illegal. Here's what will make this the best. If Josh loses and then asks for the money to be refunded based on some arcane rule. Oh, no, now that I've seen some of his Twitch podcasts. You don't want to know where that stuffed animal's been.
Oh, my God.
You absolutely do not want to know where that stuffed animal's been.
I have to retract, Sticky.
Wait.
Take it away, please.
To the 13-year-olds in the chat tonight, how much would you pay to smell the inside of that horse?
No! No!
To the 13-year-old girls in chat tonight, how much would you pay to just sniff the inside of that horse head of your hero, Sticky Rice?
Oh, gosh. Good God.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, all in?
Josh did
my God, he leveled him!
No!
See, this is why.
Josh is like drawing dead. No, and he's over. Oh, my gosh.
He leveled him. Oh, my God, no. This hasn't worked. Oh, this podcast will live in infamy. The horror. The horror. He hit him. He hit him. He hit him. He's mad. He got mad. He hit him.
He hit him?
Oh.
What?
Oh, he hit him. He's mad. He hit him. Oh, he hit him. He hit the thing. Oh, poor Sticky Rice. You can't do the shit you do online live, Sticky Rice. That guy will punch you in the fucking face, all right? That shit, it will live in infamy. That was really good. Go back to the show.
We're not done yet.
This isn't over.
They said this is over, but this is
they
not
just
over.
started fisticuffs. Go back to the show. Oh. By the end of these things, I usually want to quit. It's like, get me the fuck out of here. Give me a cigar. I want to go back to the show. I want more show. I like this kid.
Oh, and this is what you need in poker. Yes. This is what we need.
His fans are retarded, but this kid is good. He just needs better fans.
I gotta woosah. I don't know. Did you see Bad Boys 2? I gotta rub my ears. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm trying to calm him down.
He got me excited.
I
he
know.
makes me want to go down and gamble with him. I'm going to go gamble with him right now. That's the type of guy I want to play with.
Oh, that was a good show.
He makes me want to come to the casino.
That was a good show.
Yeah, it was great.
That was a good show.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
I'll come in when he comes in.
All right. If you come in, I'm coming in.
Okay, it's us three.
Okay.
We're a team. You're going to get more hot and bothered than me, but we're all going to have a good time.
I don't know. You look pretty hot and bothered.
Well, I want to smell the inside of that.
Well, this was Limon. So if you guys have not met him, such a joy to work with. I'm Nichoel Jurgens for Live at the Bike and for Sticky Rice, and unfortunately for Josh, who just got stacked by all that craziness, for German Charlie and everybody else at that table.
He was going to get punched.
Thank you for watching.
That kid was going to get punched.
And we'll be back next Tuesday. Bye.